I reckon we'll get started. So, I don't have any kind of like Star Wars: The Clone Wars style like episode intro recap thing, but so I do have this prologue line that sets the stage. The Clone War has dragged on for years with no end in sight, and it has taken its toll on almost everyone, ranging from the citizens of the planets caught in heated battles to the forces directly involved in the battles in question. Many of them are weary of war, jaded clones who have watched their brothers pointlessly die in droves, dispirited Jedi Knights who feel that their once peaceful order has lost its way, and civilian volunteers who realize that their decision to enlist has no merit. For these individuals, having the gratitude of the Republic just isn't enough anymore. So, with that, we open to our first scene. It is aboard a Republic Venator Star Destroyer in the middle of uh, hyperspace, and there's an established shot of that. It kind of focuses inside of the ship. We're gonna go, I guess, I'll say down the list in Foundry. So we focus on the pilot of a certain squad known as Besh-One-Cherek. A pilot by the name of Lunchbox. What are you up to, Lunchbox? I'll say so for context, just so you guys know, like what you were doing before. You just gotten back from a covert op on Lokori, so you returned from an op on Lokori, so you got a little bit of downtime between that and your next mission.
I'm gonna head to the squadron ready room and raid the fridge. I want a snack.
Oh, jeez. Yeah, because you guys would have your own like yeah, as a special forces unit, you would have your own barracks, which would include a fridge full of food to get into that may or may not be yours.
Yep. Fine.
So Lunchbox is he's playing
Living up to
refrigerator.
his name.
Yeah, living
snack.
he's living up to his name. So while he's doing that, we've established he's in the barracks. The next person we focus on is a sniper by the name of Jackal. What are you up to, Jackal?
Well, I would probably also be in the barracks. I imagine I'd for the idea of just something idle to do, probably taking care of my baby, that is my gun. Polishing it, cleaning it, kissing it goodnight.
Tally, like making scratch marks of the number of kills you got.
Of course.
Yep.
Of course.
Yep, as any true sniper should. So he's doing that. Blitz, I know you said you would be right back. Did you come back in the interim, or?
They're muted.
I'll take that as a no. So we'll go to our next character and then go back to him. Next is a clone commando who is doing what exactly?
Inventory stock on medical supplies, so that way they can make sure that they've got the necessary stim packs to go ahead and heal up the team. Looking at their blaster to make sure that it's all nice and good. And
so are you doing that in the squad barracks, or are you?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, just going through, making sure, like saying, yeah, I should have enough of this. Goes checks that out after everything else, and yeah.
Okay, so he's doing that. Next, panning over to a Chiss engineer and some high tech armor. What are you doing? Is it Mel? Is that what how you pronounce? Okay, Mel. So Mel, what are you up to? She just dropped.
Something happened.
Shit.
Disconnecting.
Usual
That's what she's
doing.
doing.
Okay. Anyway,
the engineer is having tech trouble.
Yeah. The engineer's rebooting her comms. Anyway.
Exactly.
So what are you up to?
I'm just doing basically like a maintenance check, and I've probably also like walked into like the barracks, going to like the mini fridge, and I just like turn around, like taking the data goggles off, and I'm like, who ate my sandwich out of the fridge, man?
that didn't take long.
Oh yeah, no shit.
That's
I've
the
already got
first
a
hysterical
headache.
laughter.
Ah. Oh man, that was a good laugh.
I'm so sorry.
No, this is what I meant. This is what we were talking about earlier. Though actually, before I forget, the headache apparently reminded me of yeah, we need to get some Destiny points going. So I'm going to request Destiny roll for anybody who has not done this
Ooh,
yet.
yes.
You see in the chat, click here to roll for the Destiny pool. Click on that, like just that phrase, because that's
Oh,
actually a
are we
button.
not doing Destiny points like we did in Leverage?
Well, that's a good point. Well, we'll stick with this for now.
That's a good
That's
start.
a good Destiny point.
So, let's see. We've got.
And of course,
But yeah, that's that's a good point. Yeah, that's right. I was just my mind was still locked on what we were doing in last night's game. But yeah, you know what? We'll do that. We'll do it that way. So I'm gonna say it to start with uh what you call it? Is it left or shift left click to add? So 6 players. So you guys got 6 light sides and then 1 dark. We'll stick with that for now because there is a rule in Collapse of the Republic where there's a minimum number of dark side points, but for now we'll stick with this. So okay, so Arthur's back. So let's see, we established Mel was doing that. So next, we have one of our 2 Jedi, a Padawan mechanic by the name of Arthur. Or well, would you pronounce it Arthur or Arthur?
It's Artur.
Arthur. Okay. So Arthur, what are you up to? Just as a recap, just if you want context for what everybody else is doing. So your squad just got back from a covert ops mission on a different planet. Your ship is in hyperspace, and then what the current squad members are doing, let's see, Lunchbox, the pilot, is raiding the fridge and apparently had Mel's sandwich. The medic, Potshot, is going over his medical supplies and the like. Jackal is doing gear maintenance. And Mel just found out that Lunchbox helped himself to her food. So what are you up to?
Okay.
They're all in the barracks.
How many people are here from Steel Talons?
Emily and Marty, I think.
Okay, so y'all are familiar with Arthur's character in Steel Talons.
Oh shit.
He's raiding not quite the fridge, but wherever the
beer cooler.
yeah.
Oh boy.
oh dear God.
It's like that. It's like that. That edit of the Star
Drunk
Wars
Jedi.
kids, Star Wars Drunken Jedi Master.
Well, drunken Jedi Padawan.
Yeah, but just like the Star Wars kid, you have a double-bladed lightsaber. So imagine. Hold on, where is that? Where is? Just because if you guys haven't seen this, like this is probably what's going to be Arthur.
Is it the footage of the really old? Oh, that guy.
Yeah.
There's a whole backstory behind that video.
Oh yeah, but we're not. Yeah, I don't want to get into that right now.
I'm sorry.
It's somewhat controversial, but I don't care. I just don't want to get into it in this video. Okay, so Arthur is raiding the fridge or raiding the beer cooler. And lastly, we focus on Marty's character, the Jedi Knight Trenimer. What are you doing, Trenimer?
I'm polishing my horns.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
Is that being
He's an-
euphemistic there?
No, he's an Iktachi. He's got horns. So he's polishing his horns. As well as meditating on the state of the Clone Wars and the Force, how the two intertwine, if at all.
Okay. So based on that,
Because the dark
I have
side
something to
clouds
mention
everything.
to you in DMs if you're meditating. Oh wait, that's the link for the Star Wars Kid video.
Do Ikochi all have that precognitive thing going on?
It's a racial thing, so yes.
It's a universal trait.
All right, so yeah, Marty, I just sent you a message that is as you're meditating, you have that vision. So the squad, and now, and also, are you in the barracks with the rest of the squad, or are you somewhere else?
Well, considering the fact that he's a Jedi, he's probably on the bridge.
Okay. So yeah, so you're on the bridge. Let me think. So in terms of like there would be, I didn't have necessarily a name for like whoever would be the captain of the ship, but um yeah, like the vendor, like I guess you could say you're on one bridge and then the guy's on the other, so we're not gonna worry about that guy.
Yeah.
But there are different, like you see the swirling blue vortex of hyperspace as you're traveling to your next destination. Which, speaking of, you would know that you are heading to a planet called Murkhana. That goes for everybody. You're on your way to Murkhana. Um, and
Can just just for could you please create a folder for journal entries?
I already did.
Yeah, but I can't see anything.
Hold on. Create group. Well, I created group notes that
Yeah, it's in the
yeah.
journal tab
Oh,
on Foundry.
Yeah, look in the
okay.
journal. It's not in a folder. It's just
Yep.
group notes, and you guys can write down whatever you need to in there.
Got it.
If you want individual notes, I can do that later on, but I just wrote a group notes because I figured that that would probably be helpful in the here and now.
Okay, so on the way to Murkhana, Mirkana.
Murkhana is, I think it's Murkhana. Which, out of character, that was the planet from Tarkin.
Okay.
So you are heading to Murkhana, and you have not yet received your next set of orders from basically your mission control officer, who oversees your squad. But
Right.
you do have, like, because basically you guys, like, just so you know, so you got you went on your mission on that other planet, then you returned to the fleet that you're assigned with, and then once you joined up with the fleet, you jump to hyperspace and you're on your way to your next planet. So.
Which is Murkhana.
Correct. You were just doing an op on Lokori, and you finished that. It was a success, and you came back. And so you're on your way to Murkhana. So you now, Trenimer, while the camera's on you, is there anything you would say or do while you're on the bridge, or are you just like still meditating and just kind of doing that stuff?
I would say that I'm meditating, and as I get as the Force, I sense something.
Yep.
I get a little premonition.
Correct.
And I wonder. So, if I may ask, who was the first person?
The first
Or is it-
person in the vision?
Yes.
You don't have that detail.
Okay.
Like, basically, you get like a vague sense of plot, but not the specifics, kind of.
I get a vague sense of something's not there.
Yeah, like you get, like, your vision is that
Got it.
you have a feeling of how events are going to go, but not who's starring in the events.
Okay. Yep.
So that's your little bit of a hint there for your thing. But so you're doing that on the bridge. Meanwhile, we cut down to a lower deck of the ship towards like the crew quarters section, with Besh-One-Cherek's bunk. So the 5 people who are currently in your barracks, what are you guys up to as a group?
Probably getting ready to go to the mess hall to have some food.
No, that's gone.
Oh, that's gone? I must have missed out.
No.
Damn it.
Damn it, lunchbox!
Yeah,
I'm just kidding.
Actually, no. I actually will probably go there and get to the fridge or get whatever, open it up and go. Okay,
go
now
look for a
who ate
beer?
all the damn food? Seriously, who ate all the damn food?
Tried to figure that one out myself.
If
My
it's in
egg
there
rolls
over-
aren't in there. I'm shooting someone.
If it's in there over a day, it's fair game.
Oh, come on, man!
It was in there for like
What? It had my
2
name
days,
on
but
it. Come
still.
on.
Oh shit.
God damn, and slams the door. Don't get a stim for me, because if you get yourself shot, I'm not stimming you.
Tell us
Also-
how you really feel,
also-
Doc.
What happened to Jackal's token here?
Hmm?
You moved it over. Oh, never mind.
He got eaten by Lunchbox.
Whenever moving my token, my screen is literally just full
Oh.
of me looking at my character sheet, so I had to move it to
holy
look
sh-
at it, and I'm like, what?
Oh. Okay. So yeah. So while this is going on, so is there anything else you guys would like to do in the scene, or are you ready to kind of proceed to the next sort of stage?
I'm ready.
I'm ready.
Okay.
Is there any beer left?
Let's.
I went to the fridge, so I would notice.
Well, there was a beer cooler and then like a fridge. So the beer cooler. Let's
Yeah,
say.
I'll go to the beer cooler. I'll go to the beer cooler and see what's in there.
Let's say each of you roll a just to test out the dice. So you see next to public roll at the bottom how there's a dice symbol.
Yeah.
Just to simplify, I'm not going to do like a bunch of difficulty things. I'm going to just say each of you roll a boost. Actually, no. Let's make it a roll. So because this should be, I want this to be funny. So let's look at the skills. Make. God, what the hell would be the best skill for this? Any ideas?
For what?
For seeing if there's anything left in the beer cooler.
Perception.
Okay.
Perception?
Yeah, let's do
Perception.
an easy
Maybe
perception.
skullduggery?
Easy perception, which is 1 purple difficulty. So for anybody who has not used this before, basically just click on your dice for perception, and then by default there are 2 purples. Right click on the 2 on difficulty, and then that'll make it just 1. Okay. So we'll say this much. Oh damn. So in terms of the beer, so Lunchbox grabs 1, and Arthur grabs the last one. So there were only 2 in the 2 in the thing.
Yeah, I'm gonna raise one up to, toast.
To toast with Lunchbox, the only person who has one.
Yeah, just against, pretty much against these guys, less than for us. Purely out of
There's always enough
superiority.
planet side.
Okay, you're next on my list.
What are you gonna do? Eat me?
Lists? I love lists.
No, but he could.
I thought they stocked that for like 20 people. What the heck, man?
Well, someone.
Well,
Oh,
Lunchbox counts
jeez.
as 19.
And a half.
One thing
But
for
I
sure,
don't
we're
see
all
half
gonna be a
of
lot
my
thinner.
egg rolls.
Oh, my tuna salad.
So
What we have to do is we have to engage in a strategic transfer of equipment to alternate locations.
Hiding the food.
No. Strategic transfer of equipment to alternate locations is how we're going to procure some more beer for our cooler.
Oh.
Oh, I see.
Is
That
is
took
this
me way too
anything?
long.
Is this almost like when someone turns around and says emergency induction port just to have a straw attached to their mouth? Is that
I
what
mean,
you're
yeah,
trying
you
to say?
can do that, but you could take it like that. And I get that reference. But what I'm saying is, take the acronym of strategic transfer of equipment to alternate locations. STEL.
Oh, there we go.
strategic transfer of equipment to alternate
Oh, that
locations.
is brilliant. Oh my god. But now before you carry out your heist of the mess hall, um, anyone with a data pad, or basically I would just simplify by saying you guys would receive your next set of orders transmitted to you by the squad handler, Captain Cavanaugh. Um, so show players. Yeah, you get this briefing transmitted to your things. So put that on screen. Just give you a minute to read that.
I don't mean to interrupt, but somebody here has a mic that sounds like the clone trooper that does the voiceover for like the Battlefront 2 fucking campaign. Is it just me that's noticed that?
Yeah, I didn't notice that at all.
I don't know who it is exactly, but
Oh,
I'll be listening out.
okay.
Now I'm curious.
Is it me? I don't think so.
Don't think
No,
it's
no,
me.
no.
Good. I was about to say I'm not really good at voice acting.
Um,
All you're hearing is my high-pitched laugh as I struggle to regain my breath from having to laugh at that shit. Ugh.
Uh,
so has everybody read over the briefing, or is
I
Almost.
just finished.
okay?
yeah.
Yes.
Almost.
I'm gonna say, as I'm reading this and I see that they're saying that the specific assignment of 6 Destro 6 demolition charges and all that, I'm gonna look up and look at Lunchbox and go, "Are you gonna eat the equipment while we're on the actual planet too?"
Honestly, it's a wonder we still have spare parts for the ship.
We need to get some extra ration packs though.
I mean, I think they give those out automatically, given I'm pretty sure they know you very well down at the PX by now, Lunchbox.
Well, let's see. They have so your guys' ship has uh consumables for I think a month. Yep.
Add.
So we have 3 days?
Yes, that's about right.
If that's being optimistic. Anyway, uh,
Definitely.
okay, so um, yeah, so the squad, I'm in a bull session in the barracks. Gets those orders as well as Trenimer. You would get a uh notification of that as well.
Mm-hmm.
I also forgot to mention, yeah, they would basically the orders are pretty much to. I forgot to write this in the briefing, but they say like, kind of an ASAP thing, not like, oh well, you take as long as you want. It's sort of like, get underway, because basically your squad is essentially acting as like the vanguard in this operation. So, they are
Okay.
on their way to the planet. You need to get going. Is kind of what they're.
They haven't been paying attention. Any unused equipment is to be returned. No, everything's going to be expended in this operation. We will expend all of those munitions.
Oh god.
Don't even know why they put in the note about returning extras.
Yeah, we're not. We're going to use that up.
Well, they're
Then
basically
those
saying
racks
like
of firewood.
if you don't eat, like for example, like if if the rocket launcher, whether or not you use all the rockets for it, you're under orders to return it to the armory as soon as you get back to the ship.
Oh, we'll make sure to use them all.
I'm sure we can also make use of the rocket launcher if we try hard enough.
It's like the Pentagon spending the rest of their budget on like $3,000 office chairs just because they don't spend it all, they don't get it next time.
Okay, so yeah, so you guys have your your orders, and then the question. Oh, no, never mind. So yeah, so the question is, are you who is going to be carrying what, because I do have the items as in Foundry that I can add to people's sheets. Like if you want to, like say if somebody wants to carry the rocket launcher or what have you.
What skills are used to fire the rocket
The
launcher?
rocket launcher is gunnery.
I assume so.
I have a green die and a yellow die for gunnery.
Have 5 green die.
I'm a 4 green
That's a
die
few.
on gunnery.
So hold on, wait, you are how much on gunnery?
Me,
Yeah, 4.
4.
Okay, so let's see. Jackal has 5, and then Lunchbox. Oh, Lunchbox has gunnery. Interesting.
Well, I mean, pilot, you got to be able to shoot the weapons on the
Yep.
craft.
This
Yep.
is true.
Mm-hmm.
That does beg the question. Like I'm just asking in advance for my own knowledge, but now is Lunchbox's doctrine usually to go in with the troops, or do you just wait at the ship to do close air support?
Ideally, I'm going to be ready to get everybody's butts out of the situation that they've found themselves in, which is to say, everybody on board, we are leaving.
Okay. Oh, was somebody going to say something?
I was just gonna say, Alan, it's you with the Battlefront 2 voiceover voice. Like if you listen to that video, I swear it sounds so similar. Like you gotta
Okay.
you gotta do voiceovers, dog. I'm sorry, unrelated. But
Yeah. Anyway,
Hey, no worries.
And what's the
sure, go
role
ahead.
required for the demolition charges
The
and the demolition kit?
demolition charges. So let's see. The Destro 6 requires. So rigging this explosive is an easy 1 difficulty mechanics check, taking 5 minutes per charge.
Mhm.
Can disengage safeties half the time, but check becomes 3 difficulty, and it may detonate prematurely upon 3 threats or a despair.
Well, I ain't got that much mechanics.
As
That's my other
for
character.
as for the demolitions kit, it gives
What
you.
precisely is the demolitions kit?
I was getting to that. So the demolitions kit gives you 2 boost dice on mechanics checks to prepare, set, or disarm explosives. Once per session, may use a toolkit like the toolkit in the thing to remove a despair or 3 threats from a check dealing with explosives. So basically, it cancels out the penalty if you try to set the charges like faster. Um, so um, so basically, yeah. But at any rate, it to actually set up the charges is a mechanics roll.
Radio.
Which
So
would
who's
be
got good?
which would be Arthur.
Okay. Mechanics roll.
Because you got one yellow, 3 greens.
Purples?
Well, no, well, purple. That's for the difficulty, but not rolling it just yet. We're just kind of going over gear allotment.
Okay.
So yeah, you have 1 rocket launcher and which is preloaded with I think the RPS-6 holds 7 rockets. And it's specifically loaded with high explosive rockets, which change the profile to, let me see. Actually, wait, I'll just post the link. The missiles in question are, god damn it. Give me a sec. There we go. So this, I'll paste it in Discord. These are the high explosive missiles. So that's basically what like the damage and such for the rocket launcher. The rocket launcher has the benefit of if attacking target is silhouette 2 or greater, add an additional boost dice when making an aim maneuver. So, but at any rate, the rocket launcher itself, these are the stats for it.
It's in the item list on the Foundry as well.
Oh, it is. Yeah, I made it there. So hold on, let's see.
Oh damn, that is some extensive damage.
Yeah, 22
It's
damage.
a rocket launcher. The range says engaged on the Foundry.
Oh, it
I
does?
assume that's not correct.
Yeah, that's a typo. That should be extreme.
Well, it ain't no pocket rocket, that's for
Oh,
sure.
I just watched it change.
Yeah, that was me.
I figured. Ooh, cumbersome 4. Whoever's using that should be strong.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
Because basically, if
Ideally.
you're using the like for everything a cumbersome, for people to know, for everything a cumbersome, like cumbersome is determined by your brawn. So like if you have brawn 2 and it's
Yeah.
cumbersome 4, then that's an additional 2 purples whenever you go to fire it.
Oh, I thought it was setbacks. Shit.
That's what I thought too, but apparently it is actually
Really?
yeah, increase the difficulty.
Shit.
So yeah, it's quite penalizing.
Cumbersome's no joke.
No shit. So that's just, I mean, you don't have to use it, but it's basically it's there if you want it.
It's very powerful. We'd be fools not to.
Yeah, I mean, you can carry it if you want, which, well, even still, it's an 8 encumbrance.
I don't
So
have that much free, I think. No. Who here is strong? Is anyone got brawn?
I think everybody has
only
like
got
no more than like
2.
yeah. I think everybody
2
has.
brawn here.
I think everybody has 2.
Oh no.
Oh Jesus.
Like, I can
Well,
I can carry up to like my threshold's 24, so I can carry it.
Well,
That's
hold
not
on.
a problem.
You're.
well, I've got an
Oh yeah,
idea.
you can carry it actually. What's up?
What's your idea?
I can pick it up with the force.
He can. That's the funny
The
thing.
whole time?
Well, that depends on the GM. But what am I picking up? A gigantic gun or
A
something?
rocket launcher.
A rocket launcher with cumbersome
some
8?
No, cumbersome 4.
I think they'd have a repulsor lift module on that thing.
Oh. Okay.
Hey.
What is this thing called?
The
in heaven's
RPS
name?
6 rocket launcher.
RPS.
I posted
Okay.
a link to it straight in the chat, as well as the high explosive missiles that it's actually using. The
This
way,
has encumbrance 8.
yeah, encumbrance 8, which I assume is correct.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I can't lift it the whole time, but if you guys are okay with me dropping it when we get when we get
I
into
can
combat,
carry it. I can carry it the whole time. I've got the room to carry it.
Well, actually, does anybody know the penalty for? Because I don't. The penalty for carrying items over your threshold, is that setbacks or is that? Because in all the time I've spent playing this game, I've never come across that.
Good question.
4 hard points, 8 encumbrance, 2 crit, 22 damage. Oh. Right. Okay, so you can carry it, you said?
I can carry it because it's what is it? I've got 16, so add 8 onto 16 is 24. My threshold is exactly 24.
Okay. There you go.
I mean, so basically, he can carry it, but he's probably not the best chance of firing it. The question is, though, is like if he hands it off to somebody else, then they would technically be over encumbered, and I don't know what the penalty for using an item when over encumbered is.
Well, we're about to
Well,
find out.
Well, it sounds like whoever's the best person to shoot it will have to stand next to me for me to go ahead and
I'll
throw it at them
say
when we
what
need
it
to.
is in the lack of an official ruling. I'll say whoever's firing it, if you're over encumbered, you get 2 setbacks.
Ugh.
So
Is hitting 24 over encumbered?
no, if you're equal to like
Oh.
less than or equal to your max, you're fine.
Mhm.
If you go
Okay.
over it, then that's where the 2 setbacks come in. And again, that's not. I don't know if that's an official ruling. What's up?
No, it's increasing the difficulty of all checks made while using the weapon by 1.
For over encumbered.
So yeah, a cumbersome weapon is large, unwieldy, awkward,
Oh no,
or
I'm not talking about
heavy.
cumbersome. I'm talking about like so cumbersome. I know what that is. I'm just saying like I don't know what the encumbrance like if you go over your weight capacity to use the rocket launcher, what's the penalty
Yeah,
for
I
that?
wasn't done yet.
Oh, sorry.
To wield a cumbersome weapon properly, the character needs a brawn characteristic equal to or greater than the weapon's cumbersome rating. So that's for each point of brawn by which the character is deficient, he must increase the difficulty of all checks. Now that's cumbersome. So you say encumbered, right?
Yes. Like for example, if
Yeah.
somebody who
Looking.
is over encumbrance. And apologies everybody for getting
Oh,
hung
yeah.
up on
I know
this
what you
because
mean.
this is actually probably
No problem.
kind of
I'm actually going to
important.
take this chance to go grab a drink real quick.
Sure, go for it.
And yes, this
I'm
is
waiting.
important to know.
I'm waiting for my early lunch and late breakfast to be delivered to me.
Insert joke about lunchbox here.
Exactly. I'm getting a food order delivered to me, and I ain't gonna share it. Thank you.
Just have an armed guard with it.
Fine.
I have a blaster ready on the fly. It's like you ain't stealing my food.
Oh shit.
It's only after it's been in the fridge for 24 hours that it becomes fair game.
Here we go. A
Them's the
total
rules.
encumbrance value over the threshold means the hero is encumbered and suffers one setback to all agility and brawn rolls for every point of encumbrance over his limit.
Okay.
This is cumulative with any setback dice suffered for strain or other conditions, should they be in play.
Where are you reading this from?
The Edge of the Empire core rulebook, because that's the one I can actually search.
Oh, okay.
My Age of Rebellion core rulebook, I cannot search in
Okay.
because it hasn't been indexed.
Okay.
So it comes straight out of core rulebook.
Okay. So let's say in terms of what's Jackal's thing? So he's at 6 out of 12. So if he's carrying the rocket launcher, like if he was to fire it, for example, then without encumbrance 8, he would be taking 2 setbacks as well as 2 difficulty increases to fire it.
Damn.
And I just checked as well in the Age of Rebellion book. It's the exact same thing.
Okay. Well, good to know.
I returned.
Okay, so yeah, what I was just saying, Jackal, is the fact that you could. So theoretically, you're at 6 out of 12 encumbrance.
Yes.
What Marty found out. So if basically, if for example, if you were to use the RPS 6, for every point of encumbrance over your limit, you take 1 setback. Though, and that's in addition to every point over encumbrance or every point of cumbersome over your brawn. That's 2 difficulty dice.
So if I tried to use it, it would be +2 purple and +2 setbacks.
Correct.
Jesus.
Yeah. Though the good news with the RPS 6 is if you do an aim maneuver with it, you get an additional boost. And actually, you have true aim, right?
Yes, I do.
So that could kind of offset it. So
Yeah, I have 2 ranks of true aim.
2 ranks of true aim, which if what
Gives me
Marty
2 upgrades.
Yep, 2 upgrades and then a boost because it counts as a regular thing.
Well,
Like,
true aim is actually completely aside from the aim maneuver.
well, no, true aim though is when you like once per end you may true aim.
Oh wait, never mind. I
Yeah,
misunderstood it.
you true
Yes,
aim
it
and you
is
get the
aim
benefits.
maneuver plus.
Yeah, you get a boost and upgrades.
Yeah.
So
My aim maneuver is just
okay.
better, basically.
So do you want to take the rocket launcher?
That is a good question.
I mean, it's ultimately the group's decision, but
Yeah.
based on what I'm
What
looking at.
is the gunnery role of the pilot? Alan, were you playing the pilot, right?
Oh,
Okay, I think they're AFK.
Sorry, I'm back.
Okay. So let's see. his gunnery, because I can check.
Yeah, that'd be
Um,
great.
Lunchbox's gunnery is 1 yellow, 4 greens.
And mine is 4 greens, so I could shoot it if needed.
Yeah, like if you
5 greens, right? But okay. With my upgrades from True Aim, I would have the
2
best roll
yellows.
for it.
Yeah.
Nobody else has better encumbrance for it, so yeah, I guess I'm the best choice.
Okay. All right, so I will add the RPS.
Can't be that different from shooting a rifle.
Yes, I will add the.
I'm already dragging it in.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, you got it in. Okay, cool.
Yeah, I had found it in the item list.
Awesome. So, so that's sorted out, and then so who else is going to carry the demolition charges? The Destro 6.
Who's smart?
Well, I mean, we know that that you know, Arthur is the demolitions guy, the mechanic. The good news
I
is
can
each
carry it.
demolition
Yeah.
charge is just 1 encumbrance, and you've got 6 of them, so you can easily kind of distribute them.
Okay.
I'm full up with the launcher.
Yeah.
I actually do have a
Some
question.
of the charges.
What's up? What's the question?
Those extra setbacks from being over encumbered, does that just apply to the rocket launcher or also my other weapons?
That applies
Brawn
to
and
every
agility
yeah
check.
any brawn and agility
Every
rolls.
check.
Yeah, every brawn and agility roll you
Ah.
do while you're over encumbered gives you a setback per thing of like per point.
Okay.
That's the reason why I was saying I can carry it. It just means if it has to be used, that's why I was sort of going, well, the next best option would be to say put it on pot shot because A, they won't suffer the penalties, and it's just going to be a difference of what, a yellow?
Well, I mean the thing is that with Jackal he has 2 ranks of true aim, and true aim
Mm-hmm.
counts as a regular aim, so it gives you a boost and it also gives you 2 upgrades.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
I'd get 2 yellow, 3 green, and a boost.
Yep, and if he's aiming,
versus all the difficulty
Yeah.
and 2 setbacks.
and if he was aiming with the rocket launcher
Mhm.
gives you an additional boost for aiming.
Yes. So there's a massive difference there. So yes.
There's a bit of an escalation in
I
terms of
think-
like he's got a
yeah.
lot of benefits, but there are more disadvantages. So
Yeah.
kind of balances.
It's one of those
itself
things.
out.
I'm just adding more dice of both kinds.
Exactly.
Does the description break down the encumbrance by reloads and whatnot, or do they have their own encumbrance?
The reloads. Well, so the way this is counted is like the rocket launcher is preloaded for you guys. Like you're not carrying
so-
extra reloads. Like it has an internal magazine of 7 missiles.
Okay,
So
all right. I'm just saying because if it was something like, say, for example, a well, any of your infantry level heavy weapons, usually you can break down the load amongst several people
true.
to carry it. I.e.,
Hmm.
somebody has the tube, somebody has the base plate, somebody has the T&E gear
Right.
for the
Mhm.
the mortar or
Yeah.
whatever. So that
Mm.
when you go and set it up, everybody gets all their pieces together, puts together, so it breaks the load down and spreads it out amongst the team.
Right.
Kind of on that strain of thought, and I'm kind of opening this to the party as well. If we wanted to do a thing where, say, Dax's character could carry it because they have the encumbrance, but when we wanted to use it, gave it to me to make the roll, that would be a possibility, but we have to consider the disadvantages of like trying to transfer it between us in combat.
Means you guys need to stick together in
That's what that was another
But
idea I was having.
I think we
too.
can be the gunnery crew.
and that's totally legit.
What's your niche? Like, what's your specialization?
Mine.
I forgot. Yeah,
I'm the medic.
got it. Okay, yeah, the sniper and the medic. We can make up the back line. Easy.
I mean, of course,
There
there's
we
the
go.
only risk you guys have to consider is if somebody gets hurt, then the medic has to rush in to help that person.
This is
Eh.
true.
Just means that basically when we need it, I'll just turn and say, "Here,
It's not
have
like I
it.
get
Good luck.
penalties at
I'm
close
running."
quarters either. Yeah,
Throw it
yeah.
at him and then just run.
It's like, have fun, throw it over shoulder, running.
You get back to him, and then you realize you gave him a concussion, so you have to treat that as well.
I told you to catch it, not take it to the head. Jeez.
All right.
Ideally, if I need to use a heavy weapon, it's the laser cannon on the shuttle.
Okay.
This is
Just
true.
to throw that out there.
Alrighty. So, yeah, the whatchamacallit. So yeah, and then for the demolition charges in the kit, the X5R has an encumbrance of 4, and each charge is 1, which I believe, honestly, you guys can probably just kind of, I'll just assume that you can kind of distribute that amongst each other. Like, I'm not going to
I
go
mean,
like
there's...
I'm not going to
Yeah.
nitpick. It's like, okay, you have 3, you have 1, you have 2. Like, I don't want to have to deal with that. So looking at your encumbrance,
Yeah.
like, you guys can
So we're
carry.
just gonna keep track that the group has 6, no matter
Yeah,
who's
the
deploying.
main thing you just need to keep track of is who's carrying the rocket launcher. So,
Yeah,
but you
I've
got that
got it.
figured out. So,
Yep.
so Dax is carrying the rocket launcher. Which, speaking of which, did you add that to your sheet?
I'm doing that right now.
Okay, and then
I figured
Done.
I'd keep it on my sheet since I'm the one who
yeah,
does the
yeah, good
stats.
idea. Okay, so
Yeah.
yeah,
Yep. Just remember you're not encumbered, okay?
okay.
Yep, I remember. Thank you.
Okay, so so you guys get your equipment, and then do you make any other stops before you go to the shuttle, or are you just going to like double time it and deploy?
Yeah, we'll double time it, get into the shuttles of what
No
I'm thinking.
vacation days in the military.
I'm gonna go and do the pre-flight check while everybody else is getting ready.
Yeah, so you go over. So if Lunchbox is going over to the shuttle, um, you see like a bunch of clone technicians, like they were doing like they were ordered to do some maintenance on your ship, like when you got back from your mission, then they see you and they're like, so we finished repairing the ship. Like they stand, they salute you. They stand aside. So yeah, the ship is fully intact.
Awesome.
So yeah,
I'll go over everything just to make sure because
Yep. I'm not going to make you
Don't
do a roll for that.
assume.
I mean, unless you want to.
You don't assume. Double check.
Yep. So, but so you're going over that. You're looking over that. I'll say that it. Well, and now is Lunchbox, is that the kind of thing where you would want to make a roll to try to observe that, or are you just sort of willing to do it narratively?
I mean, in other systems, I would say I'm just going to take 20 and go over that, but that's not this system.
Yeah.
So
So,
how do you want to do that?
I'll say make an average mechanics with a boost.
Sounds reasonable.
And before you do that, if you want to have somebody else assisting you, you could do a combined check. Like say maybe if you, because your mechanic is Artur, and you could say like, hey, help me go over the ship, kind of deal.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
what you can do in that case is, I guess, who among you wants to do the roll? Because you got the same dice pool either way. But
What's this roll for?
this is for Artur and Lunchbox to do maintenance on the ship.
I have 2 tools actually that help.
Yeah, he's got, what is it? The Hydro Spanner that gives him an advantage to mechanics checks, and a custom toolkit that gives him a boost. This is on top of his mechanics of 1 yellow, 3 greens. And then if Lunchbox is helping him, that gives him another boost. So, I mean, I'm leaving it up to you guys because I know technically it was Lunchbox who kind of initiated it, but at the same time, Artur is the mechanic, so it's up to you guys if who would like to do the role.
I should probably do it.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Okay. So what you're gonna do, Arthur, is like before, click on the dice. Um, you get a blue. Well, let's see. You get 2 blues. Um, just keep. You also would have an auto advantage, but there's no way to add that as far as I know. You get
Oh,
2.
there is, but I think it's automatically added.
Oh, well, then we'll see when we
You
make the roll.
click fixed results, and there's already one
Oh,
there.
that's awesome. I didn't notice about. Oh, yeah, it is there. Cool. Okay, so then in that case, yeah. So the dice. So your difficulty is the same. You get 2 boosts. And that's pretty much it. Okay, let's see what you got. Oh my. So,
Yeah, that ship is fixed.
Mhm.
so the
Fix
ship.
the fuck out of that ship.
Yeah. So so the initial intent of the check, the success is the ship is in good working order. Um, both by your doing and then the clones who were working on it before, they did a pretty good job. Like basically they did like the bulk of the work and then you were doing the fine tuning. Um, the advantages, you've got a lot of advantages. How would you like to spend those? If you
What
basically
can I spend them on?
so um, the for some reason the pop-up thing, like Marty, that thing you came up with, at least for mechanics, didn't pop up. But for advantages on mechanics checks, basically, so in this system with things like advantages and triumphs, you come up with oh, there's this side effect kind of deal. Um, like maybe yeah, I can't shit, I can't because especially because it varies from situation to situation. But I mean, obviously, party input is fully open. So if anybody has any ideas they want to contribute to the situation,
Uh,
That's a mechanics check
maybe
to see if the ship is in order.
yeah,
It's not just in order; it's tip top in order. And on the next 5 checks, whoever makes a check gets an advantage
a boost.
or gets a boost die,
That's
something like that.
yeah, I like the good. I like the
sounds
sound of
good to
that.
me.
So okay, so
Yeah.
let me write that down, or does somebody want to write that in notes? Because that's something that kind of you
Uh,
guys should keep track of. That the next 5 checks that anybody makes, whether to fly the ship or man the guns, uh, you get a boost for the next 5 checks. So you guys can keep track of that among yourselves. Okay, so yeah, the ship is in a very good working order, and you're ready to fly. So you two are doing that. And as for the other 6, excuse me, uh, what are you guys up to? Any specific last minute checks, or are you all just gonna like basically grab your equipment and get to the shuttle?
Grab equipment, go to the shuttle. Um, my delivery order apparently that there's no driver assigned, and apparently the restaurant is saying, "Hey, you're more than fine to come and collect it." And I'm like, "Fuck, all right." Can you guys give me about 20 minutes? But continue on. If anything important has to happen with me, just
Yeah, well,
DM me
yeah,
or
right.
such.
So, well, we'll just say that you were tagging along because that was the plan. You were tagging along
Yep.
uh,
Mhm.
with Jackal. So, yeah, so
Yep.
you get to so you can go on ahead
I'll
as
be
needed.
quick.
Okay. Um, so, Potshot is ready. Anybody else have anything they want to do before you go to Murkhana?
No, I
Okay.
think we're good.
Yeah, sounds like it. Okay, so, um, yeah, in terms of piloting checks, I don't really, as far as I understand, that's not really something you need to do while not under duress. So I'm not going to make you do a
Mhm.
piloting check for the sake of doing a piloting check. We'll just say that you make your way. So you drop out of uh, hyperspace. The planet is like there currently is not like a massive fleet guarding the planet, so you're able to like uh, slip in. And as you're flying into the atmosphere, you notice the planet is pretty stormy and smoggy and just all around shitty. Like it has the look of basically like something like Florida. If Florida was well, oh god, I know I've opened up a can of worms. If it was extremely polluted and shitty and uh just like had severe environmental damage to it, that is what
Give
you're
it a
looking
few
at with
years.
Murkhana. What?
I said give it a few years.
Yeah, exactly. Um, so yeah,
Nice.
so you make it to the planet that has like black sand, a lot of oceans, but the oceans are kind of like they're not exactly as blue and shiny and beautiful as they once were. It's now kind of green and swampy and gross. Um, you do have your coordinates, so uh, you can pretty much just land there, and the ship lands, ramp deploys, and you guys are now free to disembark. I will move us over to the like. I'm assuming you're not parking like right outside the thing, but you
No.
would. I would say that you would definitely see um the whatchamacallit like in the distance, like a short distance
The
away.
shield generator?
Yeah, you see the shield generator. Like it's not like gigantic like the atmosphere processor in Aliens, but it's large enough to where on your way down you notice it, like off in the
Uh-huh.
distance. So yeah, the ship touches down, kind of bumps, as like the landing gear collides and the hydraulics sort of push it down and up. And what is your guys' next course of action?
Clap for the pilot.
I think we should begin to make our approach.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, so we can fast forward the march to I will activate the first battle map of the thing. So let me just activate that and give it a second to carry over. And what I did is I set it to basically for all the maps in this is that you have like full vision as long as it's not like obstructed by a wall or something. And also,
Mhm.
hold on, is this? I don't know why it's taking so long to load. There we go. Now people are starting to
Yeah.
load. Cool.
Let it load.
For those who are just tuning in, these are not actually giant Gatling guns. They're just meant to represent proton cannons. Dungeon Draft only has so many assets available to it.
My map is taking a second to load.
Okay. So, yeah. So we'll just give it a sec. What kind of?
Just fine, just fine.
Let me see. Is this a WebP? Yeah. So it should be loading faster, but.
No, my internet's just crap.
Oh, okay. All right then. Um. So yeah.
That seems to be a common thing.
Yeah, it's it's like digital COVID. Um,
Sorry, dear.
digital COVID, and there is no Pfizer to save you. Anyway, um, anyway, so yeah, so your squad, I would say. Well, the question is, do you approach from, here at the bottom right, like to the southeast, or from the southwest?
Okay, here we are. I'm here.
Awesome. Okay, just in time.
Okay.
Well,
big
there's guns
cannons,
everywhere,
shield
so ultimately
generator.
it doesn't really make a whole lot of difference.
Well, keep in mind these are large proton cannons. Like if you remember in the Clone Wars in the episode, like the Ryloth three-parter, how like there were those artillery guns that Obi-Wan and the 212 had to destroy.
Okay, so of all the things, I haven't seen Clone Wars all that much.
My understanding is that these are not able to just target ground infantry.
Um,
Oh.
They theoretically can, but they're not really optimal
It's
for
like
it.
aiming a naval cannon at a
Exactly.
guy.
Yeah. Like they could theoretically target you, but they're directed more skyward, like watching for
Mhm.
like incoming ships or uh, incoming aircraft.
Right.
Um,
Okay.
so yeah, so you basically the question was like, are you going to like which approach are you coming from, southeast or southwest?
I would say southeast.
Okay.
Straight, nice and short.
Okay. So basically where
Works
you
for
are.
me.
Okay, so where you guys, and also the question is, so, Lunchbox, are you, because I have your token here by default, are you going to want to go in with the troops, knowing that there are the guns
No, I'm going
there?
to stay with the ship so that if we need to rapidly leave the area,
Right,
The only thing I'd be
so,
worried about with that is
go.
rapid unscheduled disassembly.
so,
Hmm?
well, the question I had, though, is, because this brings me back to what I was asking about before, is because you could potentially be sitting out of some or all of the combat, which I don't necessarily want. The question is, would you want me to bring in, like, a backup, like, red shirt clone that you could play?
I am okay with that idea as a general concept.
Okay, so what I'll do is you've got there were two NPCs that I made. There were two clones. There was Backlash, who actually by convenience has an RPS 6 that he's qualified to carry, and then there's another clone called Smolder who has a flamethrower.
I mean,
Love the name. Love the
big
name.
name.
Smolder.
Something tells me that guy knows what he's doing.
Oh, if you see the art that I have for him, he. So do you want to play?
Show it.
And now I'm curious.
Do you want to play flamethrower clone or RPG clone?
I'll stick with the rocket launcher.
Okay, so I will add Backlash here. Oh wait, hold on. I gotta get him set up with his health bars and stuff. One moment, please. By owner, or actually no, it's always for owner, and then wounds and a strain, update token, and then I will give you access to him. Bigger ownership. Then Alan to owner. Okay, there you go. You should have access to CT-3037 Backlash. Do you have access?
Let me check here.
There's a subfolder under Besh-One-Cherek for NPCs, and Backlash is in there.
I can move the token
Okay.
around.
Are you able to open
It
up the sheet
suggests
and?
I have access.
Okay. Yeah. Well.
Cool.
Okay, so you've got him, so he's joining you, and also if anybody wants to see Smolder's art, because he is technically part of your squad. I used this art before, and it's not mine, but yeah, I think that kind of gives off the vibe of a
Oh.
more rugged sort of clone.
Nice.
Yeah, he looks insane.
Yeah. So,
Good for him.
yeah. So again, not my art, but yeah, I want like somebody else had said that to me, and I was like, yeah, that's cool. So anyway, so yeah, so Backlash, one of the like auxiliary units in Besh-One-Cherek is sent with you. Lunchbox stays at the ship. Okay,
Mhm.
so you guys are currently, I would say this would be like if you're in the, I'll draw like a little box. So anywhere kind of like in this range from the cannons is extreme. And like if you go in any closer, then that kind of goes to like, you know, long and then medium and short. Like I'll just let me just draw these boxes. So there's that. So that would be like long. This is medium, and then you know as long as you're within that, that's you know short. So okay, so you guys are all on foot. What is your next course of action? You're going to do some recon or set up position, or what's the plan?
Well, I figure beginning with some recon is the smartest idea.
Okay.
Get an idea what kind of forces we're up against.
Okay,
I know
so
I have a telescopic optical sight at very
well,
least for some longer range scouting.
well, does
So
it
start with that.
yeah, does that give you any kind of boosts or anything?
Technically, not mechanically. I meant
Okay.
it more as a narrative thing.
Okay, yeah, well that will. So, okay, so give me everybody who wants to be like scouting for enemy opposition, give me an average perception, please.
Okay.
I'm guessing average is the
2.
2.
Yeah.
Yes.
Backlash isn't a scout. He's
Oh.
going to stand back with the rocket launcher.
Okay.
Ooh.
Nice.
Okay. So,
Arthur is too drunk to notice anything.
no, he's too busy getting another beer out of the out of the shuttle.
Yeah.
And as everybody looks, he's like, I don't see anything. I just see beer. That's the 2 advantages.
If
So
only
He
there
found
were
an extra
strain
beer.
to regain.
yeah, your advantage is you found an extra beer on the on the shuttle.
Hey, this one fell between the
Okay, so let's
questions.
do the advantages and triumphs and stuff. Okay, so uh, for Mel, Dax isn't here. So never mind. So for Trenimer, for Jackal, and for Mel, you all see enemy opposition. You see, let's see, the there's one like this is a so basically these droids with RPGs are meant to represent like the gun crews of the
Okay.
cannons. So you see, you know, they got gun crews. There are
I
several.
assume those icons are to say that they're minion groups of 3 units.
Correct. They're so they're basically there's one gunner and then 2 loaders.
Mhm.
There are several large squads of battle droids. Um, there is a battle droid commander over here, and then
Ooh.
let's see. You actually would notice. I mean, I have their yeah, all their names don't matter. There are actually some. I don't have tokens from either. There are some organic organic soldiers escorting the commander.
Mm.
Um, so those are the successes for everybody who sees um, the everybody sees the droids. So let's see for threats. Yeah, I would say everybody who got you know like for Mel and for Jackal, just give yourself the appropriate amount of strain because like
Mhm.
your character's like, oh shit, that's a lot of droids. Um, so those are your threats. Now, as for Mel's triumph, what would you like that triumph to be?
What can I do exactly with a triumph?
This is where I
Triumph is
sorry, go ahead.
is really like a significant point in your narrative. You notice something that nobody else does. Like for instance, I don't know, just off the top of my head, you find the safest route that keeps us hidden the longest, and um,
Yeah, so that gives me an idea. So
y-
what I'll say is that based on that,
there you
if you want to do this, Emily, is that you can basically move all the way up to the medium range band, like anywhere you want in it, without being detected. Basically saving the
Sure,
need
yeah.
for everybody to do stealth checks because you're noticing like, okay, there's a blind spot here, another blind spot here, that kind of thing. So basically anybody who wants to position themselves, and I'll just move this droid here so it's a little less, on the line. Anybody who wants to move within this range band, this one, or this one, you can do so without having to do a stealth roll.
there you go.
Nice. I like that.
So triumph is a big thing.
Yeah.
Go to this one, right?
Yeah, you can go like that's the closest that range band, like this rectangle is the closest you can go to the droids without being spotted.
Okay.
So
I imagine like my characters put down like just like the goggles and just like, yep, this is the way we need to go.
and
Just
yep.
the dramatic movement
Yeah.
moment.
So I'm moving Potshot over by Jackal because you guys established that you would have been like a duo. Okay, so and then for Backlash, where are you gonna go? You there?
Yeah, sorry, I had my mic muted.
Okay.
I am gonna go over here by this rock.
Okay, cool. So you guys are all in position. The droids are none the wiser. Um, yeah, you notice there's like a sort of golden, like, well, I don't remember what the color is like the separatist shield generator. I think they're more like red, but whatever. There's like a shield generator. Just the color is up to your imagination. That is overhead, sort of flickering, kind of like sea, like the water of the sea. Uh, and yeah, the droids are none the wiser. So if you want to attack, we will do whatchamacallit, initiative. Unless there's anything anybody else wants to do beforehand.
Yes. Can I look around if there's any rocks around?
Do a 5 red perception check. Anyway, so, so
I see the rocks right there.
and then this is where a
Archer-
terrible GM will be, okay, do a 5 red check. So,
Yeah,
okay, so
no
you
shit.
guys are going to, so I'll roll everybody, so put you in combat state, and then I'll put all the droids in combat state, combat state, combat state. And then these suckers are that. Okay, and then let's see. So, so in the combat tracker, which I'm assuming, which just about everybody should be familiar with, at least as far as Foundry goes, for your PCs, you click on the D20 roll initiative, and then you all are going to be rolling cool. There is no difficulty or any other things like that. Just click on the dice and then roll cool. That
Cool.
roll vigilance, because these guys are all roll vigilance because they don't know what the fuck's going on. Vigilance. Vigilance. Vigilance and vigilance.
Oh crap! Wait,
You
I
don't
just
actually
rolled.
fail.
Yeah.
It says
you
not
don't.
started here
What's going on?
on the combat tracker. It says not started.
I know, I haven't started it because not everybody's rolled
Okay.
initiative.
All right.
I ended up just rolling cool. Where do I click to send it to initiative? I'm sorry.
So what you need to do is don't roll the
There we
skill
go.
from your thing. Look under the combat tracker, which is this 2 swords icon next to chat. In the upper right, like right in chat. So
Oh.
there you see PC, and then there's a thing. You click that dice, and then you roll cool.
Okay,
He
dice.
is not cool.
Cool.
Uncool.
No boost or setback. Okay.
Okay, we're missing one, which I believe would be
Cool.
pot shot, which I can handle pot shot, so I'll roll cool for pot shot. Okay, so let's see. Begin. Ah! Oh, that startled me. Jesus Christ. Sorry if that
What?
startled anybody else, but like it just played this like loud like combat noise, and I was like, what the fuck? Can I close that?
Interesting. Was
I'm
that
back.
like?
Oh, just in time. We just started combat.
Ah,
Speak of
perfect.
the devil.
So
Okay, who needs the rocket launcher?
let's see. And also just a recap for for newer players that initiative in this is not determined by like specific named characters. It's like there's NPC slots and PC slots. So it's like, for example, NPC slots, like any of these droids could go, or these two organics. The NPCs do not currently know you're there, so I will. In this case, they will skip. So now it's a PC.
Ooh, nice sound.
I could open up with a big attack.
Open up.
Is that the rocket launcher?
Of course it is.
So
Using the boomer.
okay, so are you what are you using the rocket, like who are you shooting with
I mean, I have to go for the commander, right?
Yeah. Okay. So, the difficulty. So let's see. You are
I am at
long. So 1,
long
2.
range.
So long range would be 3 difficulty base. You are at you are 2 points over your thing, so that's additional. So you're looking at 5 difficulty dice,
Okay,
and
okay.
then 2 setbacks. But
I'm obviously gonna take a true aim maneuver.
yeah, definitely. So you can
So so it's gunnery. It's gunnery.
gunnery. Well, I
I
think you can
upgrade
actually.
twice.
I think you can actually roll the weapon itself. If you click the.
I'm already building it.
Okay,
so.
no, I know. I'm just letting you know that if you want to do that. So
So in the top left, you can select weapon and then
Yeah.
the weapon that
okay.
you're going to. That's
I see.
wait, yeah,
Okay.
and then you do it just from
so
there. And
2
the reason
upgrades. Sorry.
and the reason for that is so that it can calculate the damage properly.
yep,
You'll
Oh,
see.
okay.
that's the reason
Yes.
why I was suggesting rolling the weapon instead of just gunnery.
Yep. And make sure
Mhm.
that you target
Yep. And to target it, because that brings me neatly to my next point. So for anybody, like when you're going to attack a target, hover over the token and press T, and then it'll add like arrows to the corners of the token.
Oh, I see.
So basically, once you roll that
Okay.
weapon, it's going to actually do like apply the
Auto-calculate.
damage to the enemy. Yes.
That's so cool.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, you're gonna love it.
So I have 2 upgrades. It's 3 difficulty. I get a boost from aim, and 2 setbacks.
2 setbacks, but you
calculating
also
that all right.
increase the difficulty. You get additional 2 purples because remember you're 2 over your.
Oh my god! Right.
But also the
Okay.
RPS 6, if you're aiming with it, you get an additional boost.
Okay. And do I get anything from being like hidden or what have you?
No,
I don't
that
know if
does
there's
not.
anything like that in
That
this
does not
system.
augment your actual
Okay.
attack.
it doesn't do anything with your offensive stuff.
Here we go. Oh.
Oh!
Hey!
Oh my god.
Holy!
Holy crap, it's a lot.
Okay, so
Oof.
now I will mention that the damage profile that it's actually using is the high explosive missile that I linked. But still, base damage is
Okay.
18. It has which you're looking at basically you got 2 extra
20
assists. So you
damage.
did 20 damage. It has breach 2, so that ignores 20 points of soak. And so yeah, that's 1 missile out of 7. You the threat I guess is like maybe
Our positions are revealed.
well you just fired
a
a
given.
rocket at somebody. They're going to know where you are regardless of the threat.
I mean, I'm willing to take a strain. It
let's
feels pretty
just-
fitting for me. The
actually,
little
no, I got
sniper
something.
Firing the big massive.
Let me
Ooh,
check
okay.
the spending threats on that. Yeah, the only way, yeah, it's 1 strain. That's what,
Okay.
like, courtesy of the some ideas thing from Marty's module, whatever. Yeah, so you take a point of strain, like basically it's just this fucking deafeningly loud explosion that just like you like just jump out of your own skin for a second there. But that's 20 damage. Hold on, is there anything left of this droid? No, there's
a
not.
talking
That's a
head.
fair question.
No, there's not.
Just a talking head.
He's just yeah, his his threshold, like I don't know if that calculated it right, but let me see. Did it? Race
You just get like the little mechanized Wilhelm scream from the robot.
well, no, it's like no Clone Wars. There was a moment in Clone Wars and Bad Batch or not Bad Batch, Rebels where a droid's like, oh my god, like yeah. So RPG like missile goes firing, the droid turns, oh my god, and gets blown to pieces. So he's dead.
It's a little heavier than what I'm used to, but quite good.
Yeah,
I'm envisioning its turn and saying you have to be on the lookout for anything that's coming around, so please keep an eye on. Oh my god! Boom.
That's even funnier. So the droid. So that was Jekyll's turn. He just
Oh, I'm crying.
one.
Laughing
He
so
blew
much.
up one droid with an RPG. Okay,
Ammunition
so
well spent.
okay, so next NPC, the I guess as an incidental, one of the mercenaries, yells to the droids and says, "Take him out." So the droids, these droids up here, march into, into this zone, and I would say that as they're marching, they notice all these people over here, so they are going to fire at. Let's say they should fire at Mel. So let me
Well,
just.
hello there.
So
Hello there.
let's see, blaster rifle. Let's see, build pool, and they have that. So typical B1s for you.
Oh,
Can't shoot right.
Help spending advantages.
Salty blasters.
They are going to let's see. Oh boy, I wasn't expecting them to get that many advantages. They get I guess they pass they give 2 setbacks to you on your next action, Emily, because basically there's just like this incoming volley of blaster bolts. They can't hit you, but like it's harder for you to actually retaliate. But that brings us to a PC slot.
What's that called again?
What was
Not
what?
covering fire, but something like that.
Suppressive fire.
Yes.
Yeah, that's what they're doing. Okay, so PC slot. Who would like to go?
Where's Pinpoint when you
I
need him?
mean,
He just
well,
blew up a
I
droid with a
can-
rocket launcher. That's what.
I can. So, can I go?
You want
Can
to
I
Go
go?
for it.
Okay. I would like to pick up a couple of rocks, or at least a big rock, and throw it at that group.
This is not a vending machine.
So, what kind of size rocks are we talking about here that are lying around?
Probably varying from like anywhere between like Sil 0 to maybe Sil 3.
Can I pick up a silhouette too?
Yes.
Okay.
I do the prerequisite force power check, of course, but
yeah. I'm going to use the force.
Okay.
So flippity flip. Upgrade. Upgrade ability. Yes.
Why are you impersonating a Dracula, Serbian void criminal sniper?
And here we. Oh wait. It is this guy.
Oh shit.
ooh, very nice, man.
So let's see here.
Enjoy a dev
That's what I'm talking about.
of approval.
Well, let me see here. So I activate the power, which is 1. And what's the distance? How far away are
Short.
they? Okay, so that means that I don't need to activate the range. Two. Okay, so I pick up 2 blocks. Trenimer reaches out with the force and he picks up 2 blocks of silhouette 2 and just throws them at the droids.
Oh. So is that 2 separate
is-
attacks of 20 damage, or is it just 1?
That is 2 separate. That is 2 separate attacks.
Okay.
So because I activated twice, right?
Okay.
I mean, you said short,
Yeah,
so
that
that
is-
means that I don't need to activate range.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So yeah,
So
the
that is
droids.
43 damage.
Yeah, you see some of the droids like trying to shield their faces as these giant rocks are coming at them, and you kill them.
And that is quite exhausting. So
take
I
a-
will take one.
Yeah,
I will take one strain if that is okay with the GM.
I'm perfectly fine with that. I was actually going to say the very same thing. Okay, so you just
There we
wiped out a bunch of droids with a bunch of rocks, which was great. Okay, another PC.
This is fucking hilarious.
Okay, who would like to go next?
Question:
Possible answer.
Where I am, can I get a bead on this cannon?
On
here.
which cannon? The one in the
Closest
upper.
cannon to where?
Oh, this
where
one
I
right
am.
here.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm going to shoot it with the rocket launcher.
Okay.
Uh,
It is a SIL-2. I don't know if that affects if rockets if personal anti-vehicle weapons have any bearing on silhouette like space vehicles do. They
If anything, a bigger silhouette would make it easier, but
True.
personal weapons
Yeah.
don't work with the same difficulty
Right.
scaling type as space combat.
Correct. So in that case, the difficulty from the range that you are at, that would be medium range difficulty. So I
I'm
think
going
that's
to
like
take an aim maneuver, by the way.
yep,
for
and you
that.
get an extra boost because of the RPS-6.
So that's 2 boosts for the aim.
Mm-hmm.
And difficulty is just going to be 2?
Yeah, I believe so. I don't remember what.
Alrighty.
Yep, go for it.
Let's see if it actually is powerful enough to damage that sucker.
Yep, fire away. And also, if as a reminder, you can hit T to target the gunnery crew of the.
All right, let's see here. I'm about there we go. Let's go with weapons and hit the rocket launcher and the 2 boosts. Yes, that's much better than just rolling the gunnery skill because this way it actually reflects the damage.
Oh, weird. Why didn't it fire the thing? But still, you hit. That would be a total of. I mean, again, the damage is not 22 because it's using a different profile. It's using the high explosive rockets. But that is 19 damage. Crit 2, and you got a bunch of qualities you get activated as well as 4 advantages.
Okay. And I can spend 2 of those to activate the critical, yes?
Yep.
And
Actually, hold
the
on. I need to see what the crit is. I think it's actually 3 for the high explosive. It is 3 for the high explosive.
Okay, well, I'll spend 3 of them
Okay.
for the critical.
Okay.
And how do I do that?
That's just something that you
just say it.
Yeah, pretty much. So
There's no button to click?
no.
Nope.
Okay.
Well, I mean,
cool.
there are crit rolls for the GM, but these guys are technically minions, so I won't roll that. But yeah, you do annihilate the gunnery crew as well as one of the cannons.
Awesome.
And then what
And
do you
I'll
want to do with that last?
spend the last remaining advantage to give the next character a boost.
Okay, cool. So
nice.
this I'll mark this droid as not prone as dead, and I'll just move it over the cannon just for that. Okay, so that turret, like violently explodes. It sets off a little mini chain reaction of the proton torpedoes next to it. Awesome. So next, these 2 NPC groups are dead. So this next NPC group, let's see, there's the 2 droid squads and then these mercenaries. So the mercs, one of the mercs is going to move to here to this range band, and he's going to fire his carbine at Trenimer. So
You wear his brown pants?
who, Trenimer or the
Merc.
Oh, well, let's see.
Sorry.
That's all good. So he's going to fire that. Do you have any defense, Trenimer?
No, I do not. But am I in cover?
technically, no. That's something you would have to actually have spent a maneuver for.
Okay.
So he's just there aren't really any special gimmicks for the roll. So I'm gonna roll and see what it is.
That's a nice sound.
Yep. So let's see his two advantages. The crit rating is 3, so he can't do anything on that. But he will use the 2 advantages to pass a named setback to you. Basically, he hits you really hard and it like kind of disorients you. That is also 12 damage with Pierce 2.
12 damage, Pierce 2. Let's see. Yeah, that hits pretty hard.
Yep. So that's that mercenary's turn. Next is 3 PCs. So which PC would like to go first? We've currently got.
I will go.
Okay, Potshot goes. Answers
All
that
right.
question before I
So
even finished
Potshot's
asking.
obviously seeing Tremere under heavy fire, so so Potshot will head and try to seek cover next to Tremere.
Okay, so that's
Trenema.
And Trenimere, sorry.
Trenema.
Trenimere.
Yes.
Trenimere.
Yep.
Thank you.
To stim, and I will go ahead and just quickly making sure. So I've got all my information in front of me. Bam,
you have
bam,
Stimpack specialization, right?
bam. Yes, I do.
Yeah, 2 ranks of it. So he would actually get 7 wounds if you use a maneuver to stim him.
That is fine. Hold on, because I ran there, I would have to take strain for
No.
getting there.
No, because
No?
here's
Oh,
what you
that's
can
right.
here's what
That's
you
if
can
I'm
do.
doing another maneuver.
Yeah, because well, no, what you can do is you're technically taking 2 maneuvers, but you can if you can sacrifice your action to get a free maneuver.
Oh yeah.
So you don't have to take
Okay.
strain, but you can do 2 maneuvers, but you can't do an action. So
That's fine. All right, so I'm rolling my medicine.
well, you don't need to roll medicine. You can just use a maneuver to stim him, and then he gets 7 wounds back.
Oh, okay.
Damn, 7?
Yeah.
Yeah, because I get a
Shit.
plus 2 plus a plus an increase per recovering of wounds per rank, and I've got 2 ranks in that.
Yeah.
There you go.
Hey.
See, this is what I'm here for. To go ahead and heal you up and make you look all spanking new. Now get out there and slice them up.
Or throw rocks at them. Okay, well that's that would be Potshot's turn. Next is either Mel or Arthur.
I can go next.
All right, you're cool with that, Arthur? You're also muted, by the way. Are you here, Blitz?
Shoot twice if you can hear us.
I'll take that as a no. So Emily, it's all yours.
All right.
Remember, you do get two setbacks because of the incoming fire of the droids.
Yep. So I will target this guy, and I'll pick an aim maneuver.
Okay.
And then a fire maneuver.
Okay.
Like the shooting.
The action, yeah. So just remember to target the token first and roll the weapon, not the skill.
Yep.
Also, just need a pistol.
Yep. And I think it has the accurate quality, and I think
does.
that gives me a
Yep, it does have accurate.
a bonus.
I can't remember. Did you? Oh, no. Here's the thing. Also, that you'll love this. If you remember correctly, your pistol has an electronic sighting system, so you can aim as an incidental and you can aim as a maneuver. So you get 3 boosts.
Very nice.
I'm almost hearing. If you like that, you're gonna love this.
So yeah, so yeah, 3 boosts, 2 setbacks.
Cool.
And the difficulty is going to be short range, so that is actually going to give you it's just 1 difficulty dice instead of 2.
Nice. Remind me what the blaster actuating module does again?
Blaster, it just gives you 1 more point of damage.
or more.
Yeah, if you mod it, it can give you more than 1, but just the base is 1, so that's like base damage
Yep.
8.
Great. Excuse me. I have everything, and let's
Okay.
boogie.
Ooh, a triumph! So,
Well, shit.
you do a total of 9 damage. And yeah, so he takes let's see, that is 5, and then for the so somebody remind me, minion or rivals don't take crits, do they?
Yes, they do.
Okay, so I'll roll a. How would I roll a crit for him?
Well, you can have Mel do it too. You select him.
Yep.
You select and then do the crits macro.
Okay. Do I have
That's
to hit T to target?
Yes.
Okay, so he is targeted, and then
Also
macro.
selected. Yep. There you go.
Okay, so let me just try crits there, and then.
Did it work?
Well, I'm seeing. So let's see. Roll critical. Let's see if this works. Oh, that's the fucking vehicle one. How do I do it for people? Yeah, there's no. Because I have the rollable tables, critical injuries, critical damage, and critical injuries. Let me see if I have it if I have it selected and I roll critical injuries, what does that do?
So when you click on the macro, it says critical injuries or critical damage, right? The table.
Well, I
You need to
click.
roll against critical.
Oh, hold on. Yeah, oh, you're right. You're right. You're right. Hold on. Oh, nice.
There you go.
Okay, so does the crit show up on the sheet?
Oh yeah. Open them up. You'll see.
But
It's
actually
biography.
it doesn't show up on the sheet. Actually, it didn't add it to the
Should.
sheet.
It
Well,
should show up on the biography one.
well, it didn't. So.
Did you create them from a minion?
Yes.
That's why.
Okay. Well, okay. Well, either way, yeah. So loses a free maneuver. So that was Mel's turn. Okay, and then last, Blitz, you there? Blitz?
Who has not gone yet?
Blitz. So, all right. Well, he's not here, so I guess, or I don't know if he's muted or AFK or what, but yeah, we'll keep moving. So last is an NPC. So now there technically would be another NPC, but if you guys remember at the start of the round, an NPC skipped. So next is going to be this group of battle droids who's going to move one zone. And then, oh, what the fuck? What's this other droid doing here? Question mark? There's that there, and I don't know what the fuck that is. Like this guy over here, whatever. I don't know if anybody else can see that, but yeah, there's a squad of droids that is going to fire at, let's see. Gonna fire at Mel, I guess. Actually, no. No. He after the RPG took out his his commander, they're gonna fire at Jackal. So
Shit.
So let's see. So the difficulty there that so it's medium range. Actually, no, it'd be long range. So that's a difficulty. And roll. Shit, I forgot to target him. Oops. 14 damage minus your
Ooh.
soak.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
Holy. Okay.
These
Four-
droids are not playing
Oh.
around.
God
Sweet
damn.
mother.
14 is my wound threshold.
Well, hold on. You have your soak.
I have 4 soak, yeah.
Okay, so then that's only 10 damage.
I know.
But quote unquote only.
Still, holy.
Yeah.
So just if you want to make that easy on yourself, I did include a macro that can apply damage.
Yep.
And calculate all this for you.
Yeah. So let's go over that. So basically, for anybody who wants to do what he's talking about, if you look at the next to the players list in the bottom left, there's a tiny little folder icon called Browse Macro Directory. You click that, you open it, and there's a list of macros, and you can just drag that onto your the toolbar, like the 1 through 0, and then you can just press the key or click the macro. Oh, is it not available?
I don't know, Cody. It depends on the permissions. Have you did you adjust the permissions after yesterday?
How would I do that?
You right click and check ownership.
On the macro directory?
Yeah.
Where's the macro
If
directory?
I'm right clicking on it and it doesn't.
Oh no. Well, you have to open up the macros, the macro directory first,
and then give permission
inside
to
there,
players.
you can click on the macro.
Okay. So do I? So hold on. Do I? Are you saying I open the macros directory and then right click and give permissions to on each one?
Yes.
Okay. So I will do. So is it ownership or observer?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, if you observer will do.
Okay. So observer for one strain. You guys tell me if you're seeing these. Observer.
Where should I be seeing it?
So you see the players list at the bottom left.
Mm-hmm.
Right of that on the toolbar, there's a folder icon that if you hover over it, it is a browse macro directory.
I see.
And then you open that up, and then there are a list of macros. I'm making them all visible.
Okay, I'm seeing things appear.
Yep.
So crits, crits is kind of important, but you won't crits and apply damage, or for me on 1 and 2, and you've got -1 strain and -1 wound, meaning
Healing.
You could just keep clicking that
1
too.
wound, and then +1 strain and +1 wound is you take a wound.
Yep.
So if you hit +1 strain, you take a strain, and then you do -1 strain.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
it's not that hard for me to manually edit in my sheet
Yeah.
either.
Well, it's
but
just an option if you guys want to do that. So
yeah.
but we'll
Right.
keep going.
So and you can use apply damage, and then so you select damage, and then it's 14, and then you selected the amount of pierce, which was none, and then you just hit apply, and the macro
Auto
will
calculates
calculate
it.
Yeah.
Cool.
Oh, okay.
Okay. So yeah. So you got that figured out. So that was the last NPC stuff you were around. Oh Jesus. Well, is there an option to make it stop playing music? Because that makes me just my heart skip a beat.
Yeah.
How?
Yeah, probably. Let me see here. It's probably under configure settings somewhere, and that is the configure combat tracker. Combat theme none.
Hold on. So configure settings, combat tracker, configure combat tracker.
Yeah.
Okay, and then theme none.
Combat theme none.
Yeah, I have it set to none, but it still fucking plays the sound.
That's
I'll look into it after the game. Anyway, so next is an NPC. So the mercenaries from before, or the one group is going to just still stay by the smoldering cannon. It's going to fire a shot. This time at potshot. So let's see. That. Okay, so that is 13 damage with Pierce 2. Dax, you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay. I just wasn't sure. So.
So, am I getting hit?
Yeah, you just got shot.
God damn it. Okay. 13 damage, so let's have a look, see.
So what is your...
Force soak and a defensive 1.
Oh, I didn't know you had a defense. I'll roll a boost and see if that influences the... So they didn't get any...
Gets rid of their advantage.
Yeah, they can't still have the advantage, so but it's still 3 damage with Pierce 2. So Pierce 2, it removes... it ignores, rather, 2 of your soak, so that's actually effectively 2 soak. So 13 minus 2, you take 11 wounds.
11.
Correct.
How fucking rude.
So. Hey, I mean, in a galaxy far, far away, medics are valid targets.
There
So-
should be a do not shoot rule unless I'm the last one.
So, okay, so that was their turn. Next, we have a PC. So, who would like to go among the PCs?
Can I go?
Sure.
Okay.
Do some more
Um,
earthbending?
Oh yeah. How far away am I from Viberblade? From that
Merc,
mercenary?
that's
Yeah.
that would be medium range.
Okay. Can I take one maneuver to get into close range
Yes.
or short range?
Yes. Correct.
And do I have? Are there by any chance rocks in short range?
Gee, that's a tough one. Yeah, you could also throw the cannon itself.
A rock and the cannon.
Well, I mean, if you have enough points, the cannon is still 2.
Okay. Well, let's see.
So,
Let the
Horsepower.
dice tell the story.
That's right. And I'm going to flip.
uh-oh. Why is it an up? Uh-oh, it's helping you.
No, as in for them.
Oh. Yeah, that
Let me
makes sense.
see.
Because they see something coming at them.
Trouble.
That's the wrong setting. I recognize that.
A bug.
I used to watch that show all the time.
All right, here we go.
Oh my. Oh shit.
And I have 2 words for you, Marty.
And that is?
Pamela Hensley.
Oh yeah. Wasn't she the colonel?
No, she was Princess Ardala.
Anyway, let's...
I don't remember that one. Okay. Well, I'm going to take 4 strain.
Okay.
And 1, 2, 3, 4. And
is that 4 conflict as well?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
So I'm going to make a note of that on my sheet.
Same.
Take 4 conflict, and that's done.
Okay.
Why is that?
That happened with those droids. Oh, that one went away. Maybe it's the. I think it might be the turn. Like if it's your turn and you move, it shows where you were. That's just my theory.
Okay. Well, I take 4, and I pick up the gun, and I pick up a rock, and I throw it at the mercenary.
Oh Jesus.
With 2 successes, so that is 20, 40, 42 damage.
Oh,
Holy shit.
He's dead.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
Just like grape.
Yeah, so he just
it would even be funnier if I lifted one rock, or if I lifted one rock, held it to one side, and then moved the gun and smacked it against the rock in between.
Crushed him. Yeah, rock in a hard place.
Mercenary jam sandwich.
So
that ain't no jam, that's their oil.
But what do you want to do with a triumph?
Sorry.
I was going to turn and say as a laugh, basically, with 4 dark rolls right there, I was going to turn and say somehow in the process you went ahead and just ripped another droid apart in the process somehow, just by throwing that you just ripped one apart. But that's just me. I don't think that's possible. I'll shut up.
I'm going to give the next. So the all the other ones see what just happened, and I mean all the other droids and
the other Merc.
And the other Merc see what just happened and go, oh fuck. And
next one gets an upgrade of their difficulty. Is that what you're getting at?
No, they need to make a fear check.
Okay.
Jesus Christ.
Okay. What's the difficulty?
Your evil villain laugh, Marty. Scares
Are we
me.
sure we're working with a Jedi and
What's
not
the
a
difficulty of the fear
Sith?
check?
Jedi,
It's
Sith.
my discipline, right?
It's two sides of the same coin.
So discipline, that would be 2 reds and a green. I mean, 2 reds and a purple.
Oh boy. Okay, so this is for um this group of droids. So what does that mean? They freeze?
Well, hold on. So that is the difficulty. You didn't throw. Oh yes.
I did.
Right. Yes, you did. It means. Hold on. Let me look up what fear checks do.
Okay.
Fear. You're talking about. Okay.
Yeah, because I mean the one group failed with 3 threats, so
I'm going through the book really quickly. And then make a fear check. Tuck, tuck. Yep. Okay. Take strains and something like that. Failure. The character adds a number of setback dice to each action he takes during the encounter, but these are just suggestions. So I would say take strain.
okay.
Each
As
character.
okay, as minions, so these guys don't have strain, so they will
Mhm.
take 3 wounds. This group of droids, I need to do the same roll. I'm just kind of approaching this one at a time. So let's see, these guys, discipline, and then one of that, one of that. Oh, a despair. Interesting.
Increase the difficulty of all checks until the end of the encounter
Okay.
by 1.
Uh,
Again, suggestion.
it's difficulty upgrade.
Instead of shitting their pants, they shit out oil. And they slip.
They just shit out bolts. Like they're just
Hope that one
trembling. They're
wasn't
like
important.
bolts falling out of them. So let's see. Okay, so
I lost a nut for my servo.
okay, so they don't take any strain though. They do get an advantage, so they'll pass the advantages to the next group or to the next NPC, which would be the mercenary. So
I have to do this. I have to do this.
do what?
That's Trenimer.
Oh yeah.
Oh my
I
god.
walk
Oh,
away and it comes back to
no.
that horrible villain
Yeah,
laugh.
well he's basically like earthbending. It's okay. So so that guy gets 1, 2, 3, and then that
Fun.
he gets that.
Mm.
Okay, so no strain or nothing. So the mercenary, I think, would technically be fine because he didn't get any like additional results.
Okay.
So the one group of droids is like severely like scared. Other one is like got kind of like their circuits or whatever. So that's Trenimer. This group of NPCs is dead. And now we have a PC slot. Well, 2 PCs. Yeah, 2 PC slots. So who wants to take the first one?
I will take this one, that way I can heal up in case I get
Okay.
shot at again.
I would also like to do the same in the next slot.
Okay. I'm going to apply this. I can inject myself with a stim and
And
shoot,
then,
correct? Just
yeah,
to
you can.
refresh my brain.
Yeah, stimming yourself as a maneuver, and then shooting as an action.
Good, thank you. I'm just trying to refresh my brain. So I go ahead and use the thing. So that's 7 instead of 5. That brings me down to 4. Yes, 4 in wounds. And I drop. Where's my stims? Hello, stims. Where are you, my stims? Ah, there's my stims. Okay. Wait, where is my stims? Oh, there's my stims. Forgot to drop 2 from earlier. 1 from earlier now. So, anyways, I'll take a shot at this one over
Well, these ones,
here.
just as a reminder, they're not like technically active combatants. They're just manning one of the guns. Like they're
Oh,
unarmed,
right.
whereas these two groups right here are armed, and then there's
Okay,
a
well then
mercenary over here.
I'll shoot this one.
Okay. Target the one that you're going to shoot, which I think you did.
Yes, I just did.
Cool. Okay.
Cool. And then it's weapons.
Difficulty is going to be 2 purples.
2 purples.
Yep.
Sure. I'm going to.
Don't forget, and also,
cool.
also your, so your pistols have accurate, so that gives you a boost.
Mm-hmm.
Are you going to try to dual wield, or are you just going to fire one shot?
No, I'm gonna just shoot the one. I would have stimmed with one, had the gun on the other while I'm doing both at the same time in a sense.
Okay.
Okay, so boost, and then on top of that, I would like to flip a destiny point so I can get an extra boost.
Well, again, it doesn't give you an extra boost. It gives you an upgrade to your.
Ah,
Like,
thank
one
you
of
for
your
correcting me,
greens
thanks.
becomes a yellow.
Okay, then that will be an upgrade to ability.
Correct.
Cool. Flip destiny point, and let's see how it goes.
Oh, cool.
Okay.
Nice.
Let me just quickly check.
See,
something.
DC-17 does that. It does the same thing on Emily's character in the other. On
What do you mean
the
the
other
same
game.
thing?
There's a little dash in front of
Oh.
accurate.
Oh
See
yeah.
that?
Yeah.
And I don't know what does that.
Me neither. So you could make it. So some ideas with advantages. Yeah, I mean, you could crit.
Can I disable them?
You can crit and instantly kill one of them.
Sure, I'll be happy with that.
Okay. So, you do 10 damage minus their soak is that, and then, crit, let's say, is, I need 11, I think, is that? Yep. Okay, so basically you fire some shots, and I have that sound on my soundboard, so take out 2 droids, from that group, and that would be your turn. Next is another PC. Who would like to go?
Me.
Okay.
Sorry.
No, go for it.
All right. First maneuver, I'm gonna use my one and only stim pack.
Clutch Simpack roll.
Or
not roll, but
how do I do that?
I mean, honestly, just subtract the stim pack from your, or like do like minus, and then increase your health by 5.
Okay. I think I did that right.
Yep. So yeah.
Cool.
So you get 5
It's
health
2
back.
strain to take an extra maneuver.
Yes, 2
correct?
strain for an extra maneuver.
Okay, I'm gonna do that, and I'm going to take cover where I am.
Okay.
It is an incidental to just set something down, right?
Yeah, I would say it's an incidental to drop something.
So I'm gonna set down the rocket launcher.
Okay.
And I'm gonna switch to my sharpshooter rifle, and I am going to.
Well, actually, no, I will say that the problem is that would be a 3rd maneuver, and you can only take 2 per round.
Oh, it's a maneuver to switch weapons.
Yes. So instead of taking cover, you could pull out your sniper rifle.
Yeah, that's what I'll do.
Okay. So, but you still do take the 2
Darn.
strain, and then, but at least you can
Yeah.
fire it. So.
This is true. And I'm gonna target the remaining mercenary.
Okay. So your difficulty, let's see, that'd be 1, 2.
I have a telescopic sight, so it's -1 difficulty.
Right. Well, depending on the range, I'm just trying to find that out. So.
It's at long.
Yeah.
I
so
believe.
Let's see. This is. So you're that.
Your sight reduces that to medium.
Basically, yes.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So he's at. Yeah, he's at long.
Minor problem. When
What?
I go to the weapons and click on the sharpshooter rifle, it doesn't bring up the menu.
You don't click on the rifle itself. You click hover over the icon, and there's the picture of the gun, and then there's a roll button. I see
I
it
don't
at
see a
least.
picture of the gun.
Next to Model 38 sharpshooter's rifle.
No.
What the fuck?
Let me look in my. Okay. Wait. Yeah.
How are you?
Weird. Even in my inventory, the sharpshooter's rifle specifically isn't working.
What?
When I click the roll, it doesn't pull up the window. When I click on the DC-17, it brings up the window with the automatically built like roll.
Is your sniper rifle equipped?
Yeah.
Yes.
Hold on. I'm gonna try
So what
deselecting
does
these
happen when?
Still
So what
nothing.
does happen? And what happens when you do it at in the top left with the?
That's what I was trying at first. That also doesn't work.
Hold on, wait. It's saying the range, like extreme, like it's doing the range is
Oh.
range. I don't know if that factors into it, but
Hold on. It says in here there's no characteristics set to it.
let me see.
What?
I'm looking in the Model 38 sharpshooter
Oh yeah,
rifle.
hold on. Yeah, characteristic none. So set that to agility. Try now.
Where do I see that?
I fixed it. Try seeing if you can roll the weapon now.
Okay.
Because it didn't have a characteristic.
Yeah, I was just looking at the item itself to see if that made a difference.
Are you able to
It's
pull it up?
not working.
God, the fuck.
Modifiers.
Where did you fix the
Okay,
the gun?
so if you look when you pull up the details of it, if you look under configuration, there's characteristic. By default, was set to none, but I switched it to agility. But that doesn't seem to have fixed it.
Mm.
And what's the name of the rifle?
Model 38
Model
sharpshooter.
38 sharp. Yeah.
And where did you fix it? Did you fix it in the item list or on his character?
On his sheet.
Oh, okay.
So let me. I'll hold on. What I'll do is I'm going to just to be thorough. I'm going to delete it from his hold on. What I'll try to do is
Yep.
Gonna have to redo the attachments then.
yeah. So I'll delete your token on the map. I'm going to delete the rifle if you haven't already. Shit, I think if deleting token might have deleted PC from the actress. Yep. That was a lack of forethought on my part. Actually, wait, add placeholder combatant. No, never mind. That's not the right thing. So let's see. I will apologize for the delay. I didn't anticipate this coming up. So
That's fine.
delete that. I gotta fix the model 38. Sharpshooter's rifle. Configuration, characteristic, agility. Okay. I just added it to your character. So just see if you can roll it like before I put the attachments. Does it work now?
Why is the damage only 5?
What the fuck? Jesus. I think the base is 8, right?
Yeah, the base was 8.
Okay, let me fix that.
Yeah.
Hold on.
I'm looking at the model. It says it's 0 at the moment.
Yeah, why did it change to 0? What the hell? Okay, change it to 8, and then drag it onto your sheet, and it still says 5. Fucking Foundry. Okay. Yeah, now if I try to manually change it to 8, it just changes it back to 5. There's no modifiers on it, the characteristic. Oh, Jesus Christ. Okay, and then you had a custom grip and a set trigger, right?
Yes, and the telescopic sight, but I just had to type that into the description of it because that was a whole other problem.
Trigger. Okay, when I add the set trigger, it actually is what adds range and removes the damage altogether.
So something's
if I may.
messy with the attachments.
If I may, when you use characteristics, it should be set to none because if you use characteristic, it takes on the amount of damage that you have for your characteristic.
Oh,
which is in his case 5.
okay. Then let me
Mm.
disable that because I
Right.
thought that was what the fix was.
So you need to switch it to none, and then you can adjust the damage manually.
Okay, so characteristics none, damage set to 8. Okay, that at least saved. So I added it back. Okay, try seeing if you could do a roll with it. I'll equip it.
It pulled up.
Okay, good. So I guess you'll have to keep track of the set trigger. I will add the custom grip because at least that isn't fucked. Custom grip. And the set trigger basically just, I think, as far as I know, I think it just adds a success and a threat.
It adds, yeah, that is precisely what it is.
Okay.
1 success, 1 threat, 2 difficulty. Didn't take an
Actually,
aim
I think it would
maneuver.
be 3 because I'm like, so basically, like if you were shooting from here to here would be engaged, but or extreme. But if you're shooting from here to here, that would be extreme. So it's, but the good news, your scope still applies, so it is still 3 difficulty rather than
Okay.
okay. And it
Is it
doesn't.
because of the diagonal distance?
No. It's just because I broke this up into like horizontal range bands for convenience. And I was saying like basically originally if you guys, so where you started out right here, um, firing to here would be extreme range, but you're right here,
Oh.
so you're now firing to here, which is a different, like it basically the range band shifted forward.
I was thinking like if you were within the same band, that could be short or engaged. 1 band apart was short, 2 was medium, 3 was long, and
Right.
of
Well,
course
either way,
4
it's
extreme.
it would be extreme, but in your case with the scope, it's effectively hard. So
Yeah.
okay, so
And I didn't aim, so I'm not getting any upgrades or
but you do get the
boosts
2
here.
boosts because of your accurate quality.
That is true. Thank you for that reminder.
Okay. Oh man. Very good roll. So, and also that would be 14 damage because you're deadly accuracy, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, that is true. So that would be 14 damage.
Yep, 14 damage. You have 1 advantage, so you cannot crit. You could recover a strain if you have any strain.
Yeah, I do. So I'll just recover a strain.
Oh, and I gotta re-add your fucking token to the map. Hold on.
Yep.
I don't remember the exact initiative, so what I'll say is that there's just an extra PC slot in the final, like the final 2 PC slots, there'll be a third.
Okay.
Because I remember I originally
I
deleted
know
your
it
token.
was 2 PC slots right next to each other.
Yeah. So actually, hold on. There were 3 in a row, right? At one point, like
At some
the middle,
point there was.
the middle 2. I'll say the middle 2. There was a third. Okay, so.
Yeah. Yeah, that was right.
So, but yeah, at any rate,
I
so
think.
I think you. Let's see. So Trenimer went, Potshot went. So it's, and then Jackal just went. But let's resolve the damage first.
Yeah.
So
So it's 14 damage with 3 pierce to the mercenary.
Ooh, 14 damage, 3 pierce. So he basically has 1 soak. You kill him. You want to narrate your kill?
All right. I mean, I'll keep it clean and simple for the start. Put one right between the eyes at extreme range.
Jeez, and it's a bullet-based weapon too, though. That's extra bloody.
It is. In fact, it is a slug thrower, high power.
Yep. So he's
So
dead.
Splat.
yeah, it is a bloody one.
Jeez.
Dead with
Oh.
extreme prejudice.
Oh my God.
Jesus.
Awesome.
Another
Okay.
space Jesus.
Okay.
One
So
down, 1 to go.
so now there is a third PC slot in the middle because, like I said, there was a third one, but I accidentally deleted it. So, Alan, you were saying you wanted to go?
Alan.
You there, Alan? Or are you muted?
Sorry, muted. Sorry, had my my headset off. I'm gonna take a maneuver to dash from here to there.
Okay.
I'm going to take 2 strain to have an extra maneuver to change my weapons.
Okay.
And I'm gonna blaze away at this guy full auto.
Ooh, fun. So that would be, yeah, you increase it to, so it'd be, I believe, total of 3 purple.
Mm-hmm. So add an extra difficulty. And
What the fuck?
That didn't work out right at all. I clicked the wrong way. I apologize for
That's all
that.
good.
Let me roll two. It doesn't matter. I failed anyway.
Yeah.
But
Oh, it's a
I
flat
got
roll.
I
Wow.
got some
Oh,
I got some threats too.
well, no. It just cancel out the
Advantages. So,
So
yeah,
you just
I
straight up
just
fail.
missed.
Okay.
I just missed.
Oh, never mind.
Oh dear.
So yeah, there's just this like incoming volley of I need like the full auto version of that, but anyway. So he
Okay.
misses. Um, 2 NPC slots are dead.
And I take 2 points of strain. Where's my strain? I don't have strain on here.
Backlash. Oh, because I fucking accidentally made him a minion. I made a copy, a clone, no pun intended, of a.
It's all right. It's all
Okay.
good for now.
So I'll have to fix that later on. But yeah, just I think he would probably have just standard 12 strain. So just make a note that you have 10 now.
Will do.
Okay, so this NPC, let's see, these droids are going to return fire at at backlash. So let's see, blaster rifle, and then oh wait, is this the group? I just got to make sure something. Okay, so this group of droids is going to fire at backlash. I think state are too difficult. Who was I targeting? I think I might have had somebody targeted, but I don't know who. Oh, I had Trenum targeted. Ignore that. So, but he does 11 damage minus your soak backlash. And for his 2 advantages, he will pass a named setback to you.
Alrighty.
So 11 damage minus soak, and then you get a setback. While you're doing that, now we have the final 2 PC slots, which I believe would be either Mel or Artur.
Yeah, I can go.
Yeah, I would.
And Arthur
Yeah,
can go.
yeah.
Or Arthur can go last.
Yeah, I don't know if he's here or not, but you can go if you want.
Cool.
So the current sit
I'll
rep, just as a
target.
recap, is there are 2 groups of battle droids. These ones have not gone yet, and these ones have.
Okay. I'll target this dude here. He's on like a
This one?
weapon.
Oh, well, like I said, those ones. I mean, you could just kill, but like they're not necessarily active combatants. They're just something that like I would just assume that you would destroy after the fight because they're not actively shooting at you, whereas the other ones are.
Oh, okay. Okay then. I'll target this dude then.
Okay.
I
So-
misunderstood you when you were
That's
explaining
good.
it.
So that's from the range that is 2 purples. Are you aiming?
Yes,
Okay,
I will
so
aim.
then you have a total of 3 boosts, 1 from the incidental aim, 1 from the actual aim, and then 1 from your weapon.
Nice. And then it's 2 purple dice, you said?
2, yeah.
Great. I love the sound effect.
It's very satisfying.
I mean, it's not as cool as,
Oh, I
but
missed.
yeah. 2 boosts. What you could do with those advantages, you could pass either 2 boosts to the next allied character who goes, or use 2 boosts to pass one specific boost to any character you want.
I'll use the 2 to like a specific like weapons check, I guess.
Are you saying passing 2 like to give yourself a boost? Because you can do that. Pass yourself a name boost for 2 advantages.
Sure, I can do that.
Okay, so keep track of that. Next is Artur. Are you there, Blitz?
Interesting. What's happened?
Yeah, I don't know where he is. I mean, hopefully everything's going all right.
Hmm.
So next is guess we'll pass for now. The next is the group of battle droids who they, as I remember, they get a difficulty upgrade courtesy of flipping out over Trenimer. So they are going to move. Well, yeah, they're just going to, I guess, move to like here, and they're going to fire at them. Like you hear them saying, like, "Take out the Jedi," kind of deal. And let's see, upgrade difficulty. And yeah, let's see if they hit. Fuck, I keep forgetting to target them. Yeah, they missed. So they completely missed Trenimer. So next, God, I hate it. It's so loud. Anyway, so the NPC is dead. Now it's a PC.
I would like to see if I can finish these guys off if I can.
Go for
Okay.
it.
These guys
Okay,
over here.
so I will pull out my second blaster. Still got them targeted.
Okay.
Now, what is the how exactly
So
that
to
one's
dual
done? Is that a
wield,
boost or?
you upgrade or not upgrade. You increase the difficulty by 1. So instead of I believe instead of average in this case, it is going to be hard, which is
Three
a total of
purples.
3 purples.
Mm-hmm.
And basically, and don't forget, you get a boost from the like
From
your
accuracy.
pistol having accurate. Yes.
Would the second pistol have be
The
also
second
getting
pistol
accurate as
technically
well?
does not count.
Okay.
So you are you going to take 2 strain to get a second maneuver so you can aim?
Yes.
Okay, so take 2 strain and then you get an additional boost. And then so yeah, it should be 2 boosts and 3 purples for your difficulty.
With my light range, ranged light roll as well. Yep.
Yeah, are you? Okay, and so unfortunately you do not hit with the second pistol. You get 1 threat, which I would say just give yourself a strain. And 3. So that's 10 damage to these droids minus their soak is what? Okay, so.
I think it was 2 their soak, wasn't it?
No, that was we were talking about I think the mercenary or somebody else. Let me just count my hits. So 6, so 17. Okay, so you kill one of the droids. So there are currently 2 standing.
Oh, bollocks.
So you're gradually thinning them out.
Mm.
So that's your turn. We go to another PC slot. Who would like to take this?
Well,
Don't mind if I do.
go right ahead.
Oh, I was just saying that in terms of you.
Oh. Anyone object if I throw shit?
Sure. Yeah.
Why not just grab
Go
him and
ape
rip
on
him
'em.
apart?
Throw shit.
What,
Literally.
That would be a silhouette 0.
At least they can't see.
Can I pick up the gun
Yeah.
again?
I would say the first gun is like a pile of scrap because you threw it and just like crumbled apart.
Okay. Is there a silhouette 2 rock still close by?
Let me see. So where you are right now, yes, because where the rocks were surrounding the gun, and also I have the
Okay.
gift. This is pretty much you in every turn. An Aurodium Rush.
Yes.
Fucking earthbender,
Yes.
motherfucker. Anyway, so yeah, you can pick up a rock and you can throw it. So do your usual check.
Okay, 1, 2, 3. Da, da, da. Oh, are you gonna start using your destiny points soon or what?
Maybe. I'm trying to.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, then I'll just do
Yeah.
this.
Just. Oh my God.
Holy
Okay.
shit!
So you're
Um,
straining really hard. Take two strain. Like lifting like this big rock. And yeah, do with it as you wish.
Well, I how many rocks are there? Because if these guys are in short range,
I'll say you could probably like there are probably like two more that you could use at most.
okay, then I'll pick up two.
All three.
No, no, I'll pick up two.
Okay, you're carrying two
You
rocks.
said there's two at most, right?
Yeah. Yes.
Okay. Actually, I'm just gonna grab one and throw it. So that would be 23 damage.
Okay. 23 damage.
Um,
These droids are scrap metal.
Yep. Okay.
Like you see the two droids, like when they see you lifting a rock and they look to each other, they turn and run. They start trying to like run away. Yeah, they do that. They start trying to run away, and then the rock goes flying and just knocks them out.
The
So that-
Jedi doing his thing again.
yes. Oh wait, found Mikey voice. Never mind. So well, maybe that's the voice I should use for these droids. I don't know. Anyway, so that was
Try it.
Tredimer's turn. And next is another PC slot. So yeah, currently we've got
I'll go.
one squad of droids.
Not for long.
Yeah, not for long.
So may I take the slot?
Yeah.
I hear no no's. So
Go
All right.
get it.
I'm gonna take a true aim maneuver.
Ooh.
Finally.
So 2 upgrades.
Yeah.
And a
boost.
boost from aim, and
you
2
get
boosts from the
from your gun.
accuracy.
Yep.
And let's see, what range is that?
To
the squad of battle droids.
That would be long range.
So you mean medium? For me.
Correct.
Oh, it's too easy.
All.
I love your narrator voice, Marty.
I wish I could have gotten the crit, but I'll take that too.
Yes.
That is combined with the +2 from my deadly accuracy, 16 damage.
Oh my god. So 16 and then Pierce 3.
Indeed.
Let's see, so hold on. I need it so 16.
What just happened?
Hold on, oh Jesus, I hate having to do math. So let's see. So 16 minus 1 is 15 plus that is okay. I think that's right. So yeah, so you just take out like hold on, was that yeah, you take out 2 droids.
All right, I'll take your collateral gladly.
The shot ricochets off of one's head with enough force to nail another. So you hit him, you hit those guys, awesome job. Next is going to be those droids.
I do have 2 advantages, which I
Yes.
will spend to send 2 boosts to the next allied character.
All right. The droids are going to launch a final like a desperate all or nothing charge to try to. They're like, take out the sniper. They go
Oh,
one,
shit.
and they're going to move another. So they basically spend their turn charging. So that's their turn now. It's a PC. So that would be...
I would like to shoot them a lot.
Yes,
lot.
please shoot them a lot. Oh.
So I will do an aim,
But will the dice let you shoot them a lot?
and again, full auto.
I like to shoot them all. Oh,
There's
And
2 kinds.
here we go.
oh, damn it. Well, you do shoot them, so that is 11, and then pierce 1. So that is 11 minus 3 is 8, and then what is 18? Yeah, you kill them. Okay, so yeah, but you don't full auto them, but you still kill them both. So, all right, so that ends combat for the time being. We can assume that you guys after killing all the offensive forces, you go and you just kill these other battle droids.
Oh, easy. Target
yeah.
practice.
Yep. So
Gladly.
so
They're
dead,
just droids.
It's more
dead,
fun when they run.
Okay.
Jackal's prey instincts trigger when he sees them running, like dogs when you start running and they chase after you. So they're all dead.
Did I ever tell you I was a hunter back on my home world?
Okay, so next is going to be rigging the well, you have a couple of different options. So your orders are to take out the shield generator and to take out the artillery guns. Well, actually, hold on. Did I specify that it was take out the enemy emplacements? Though you can be oh yeah, close air support cannot be provided until you've taken out the shield generator and the proton cannons. So, what you would need to
Okay.
do is I'm just going to move these tokens to the side. You can the mechanics checks. So to set each charge would be let me just double check the Destro 6. Each charge.
Can
Go ahead.
I was going to say, throw all the charges onto the generator. We'll just get Trenomir to go ahead and just grab those actual those ion cannons, whatever they are, and just literally just go, yeah, rip them apart just with the force. Like, yeah, rip, throw, rip, throw. He's been throwing them anyway, so why not let him just continue throwing?
So is that the plan? To set the detonator charges at the shield generator and do that?
Oh, that's just my thought for a bit of a comical sense.
Not bad thought.
I'm
Yeah.
just saying we still have how many rockets that we have to
But
spend?
yeah, we have all these rockets. We can use them to blow up the cannons.
So
Heck,
here's a
couldn't
thought.
somebody who's
Can I
really
turn
good at the
Can I
mechanical
turn
stuff?
these guns around?
Yes.
I
Now,
love
now
this.
remember when you were
Oh.
saying that you wanted something to use your rockets on? Yeah, or in the Destiny points. So as the dust settles, you hear the humming of a repulsor engine, and then this shows up.
Oh shit.
Oh,
Okay,
Tank.
Plan B: shoot the tank with the rockets.
Okay, so now we're going
and I was
to.
just pulling up the meme.
So let me just.
Who's the tank? What's the mage?
Just
I'm
gonna-
guessing what we just killed was the entree, and that's the main course.
So the question is, do you?
The entree is the main course.
I will say that in the time before the tank shows up and after destroying the guns, where was everybody? Was Jackal, for example, were you still staying far back, or did you move up? Basically everybody
I
position your
would
tokens where
certainly
you
be
wanted to
moving up,
be.
probably to
Like-
about here.
Okay.
Also, hey medic, hey medic, you got any juice for me?
Okay, if you've got addictive tendencies, please go ahead and actually wait for that one to go and settle down before I administer another one.
I've
Otherwise,
been
I will have
shot
to-
multiple times, medic.
Ah, it's a flesh wound.
So anyway, so yeah, you
That's
guys
the problem.
position yourselves where you want to, and then while we're doing that, then we'll roll for initiative. All of these. PCs are selected, then I'm just gonna run, like kind of like how I do in my Twilight games. I'm just gonna run the vehicle crew as one thing. So let's see. So yeah, everybody, you're gonna be rolling this time. You're gonna be rolling vigilance because you were not expecting this tank. They're gonna be rolling cool.
I can say I picked up the rocket launcher, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
There.
yeah. Between the like between destroying all the droids and then moving up, you can grab the rocket launcher. So, oh man.
Okay, initiative. We're doing
oh.
vigilance.
Vigilance. Eeg.
I mean, the good news is ties
Again?
at least go for PCs. Okay, and then we're missing. Let's see. So oh,
That's
hold on,
what we blitz.
Dax, you did it wrong. You need to roll it from the initiative, not the combat encounters thing, not from your actual stats.
Oh. Okay, never mind.
Because basically what you do,
I'll
because I don't
ignore it.
remember if you were here, but yeah, you just click and then you roll.
I rolled it right.
Okay, cool. Okay, so let's see. We got Jackal, Potshot, Mel, Backlash. We
And-
need Trenimer, and then I'll roll Arthur.
What?
Oh Jesus, Trenimer. And then
Yeah, vigilance.
Holy crap, man.
oh my. So basically all the PCs go first.
my.
Okay, so the question is, who of the PCs wants to go first? Begin combat.
I mean, I got a rocket launcher.
The question is, do you have it out? I'm guessing not.
Well, that's a maneuver to fix.
Yeah, but that's still, you could do it. So basically, yeah, you could use a maneuver.
May I
How-
take this first slot, or would somebody else rather?
Go right ahead.
All right. I'm gonna pull the same thing I did earlier. One maneuver to get it out. Second maneuver with strain for true aim.
Okay, but remember though, now that you're using the rocket launcher, you're also looking at 2 additional purples and 2 setbacks.
Yes. Yes, I.
But
very much know.
if you are aiming, because true aim technically is aim, you get an extra boost from the RPS-6
Yes.
itself.
So 2 upgrades, 2 boosts. What's the difficulty?
The base difficulty from the range you're at, I would say, would be medium. So that would
Okay.
be, I believe, 2.
So raised up to 4 difficulty.
Yep, 4.
And 2 setbacks from encumbrance.
Yep.
Here we go.
Oh boy. Right, wrong target, but still okay. Oh,
sorry,
wow.
I forgot to target. Oh.
So, oh man, that was such a promise. Now, guided. What does that do?
Oh, that gives it a chance of like, okay. Oh, you can click on the quality and read it.
Oh, you can.
Yes.
Oh, it requires advantages to activate. So,
nope.
Never
Okay,
mind.
so the question begs, the threat, I would say just, you get another strain because you miss, and you're like, oh god, there's a tank, it's gonna fire at me, kind of deal.
Shit.
Yeah, so that's your threat, and that's your turn. Next is another PC, so.
Mind if I go?
Sure, I
By
was
all
gonna just
means.
jump on the cannon and actually shoot at it.
Can I? I'm going to move.
Okay, so that's a maneuver.
One range band closer.
Mm-hmm.
I'm at short range now.
Mm-hmm.
And can I pick up some rocks?
Yes, you can, Master Earthbender.
Okay.
Are you sure you don't want to just try to pick it up?
Continue.
I mean, if you do want to pick up the tank is still 3, but I don't know if you can.
And throw it at the shield generator?
That is fucking cool. I'm gonna flip this.
Nothing like taking out 2 birds with one of the birds.
Let's
Wait.
see if I can do this.
Oh shit!
Oh!
Oh, damn!
It's too heavy.
Overstrained! Pulled you back out. Hernia! Hernia!
Oh no!
Damn it. Because I was actually hoping you
Yeah.
would do that.
Yeah.
but the
Well, I do have a triumph.
yeah. So what would you like to do with the triumph?
get the fuck out of Dodge.
So a free maneuver.
Shit.
Yeah.
Okay. So you see that. Gotta pee was trademarked by a certain corgi dog, but
Yeah.
I must go now. The force needs me.
Yeah. Exactly.
So
And I'm gonna take a strain for the threat.
oh, you didn't get any threats.
Oh, I didn't throw it. I didn't roll a threat.
Nope. So no strain for you. Okay. PC
You
slot.
failed me.
I would like to maybe run over to if is this cannon working still?
Yeah. The only cannon that's been destroyed so far is this one.
Okay, I'm going to run over to this one.
Yep.
I would like to use it and shoot at the tank.
That is applicable. So you get on the. So that is now. I'll say it's another maneuver to man the gun. So take 2 strain.
Yeah, that's fine. I'm willing to take
and
the 2
then
strain.
to actually shoot it, let's see. I think I can actually add the proton cannon like to your sheet so you can roll it.
That's fine.
Let me just see where it is.
Go for
J1
it.
proton cannon. Okay, so it's a proton torpedo launcher.
Really? Is it a torpedo launcher?
Yeah. Oh, hold on, I'm looking at the wrong fucking thing. Proton torpedo launcher. Okay, wait, I wasn't able to add it to your sheet because it's a vehicle weapon. So what I'll do as a workaround, J1 is I'm going to make the temporarily set you to owner, and then you should be able to add yourself as a crew member, and then be able to roll it that way, kind of like with like Alien and Twilight 2000 and that sort of stuff.
Okie dokie. Give me a second.
And actually, what I'll do just for good measure is hold on a sec. I'm gonna configure ownership. I'm gonna take away the ownership on that one, and I'm gonna just make a separate like player version, so that way everybody can access it.
Yep.
Where is duplicate? All right. Players, and then I'm going to configure ownership to all players as owner. Okay, so now what you should be able to
What
do.
just happened?
I'm setting it up so where basically the players can use the proton cannons.
Oh,
Okay. I
yeah.
can't seem to add myself as a crew.
Let me see if I can add you. Hold on.
Thank you.
Pot shot. Yeah, I just added you.
Okay, cool. So I
Okay.
should be able to just click on the ship weapon to be able to fire it, right?
Hold on.
No,
Okay, so
it
no.
doesn't let me
What you do is you see skill G, click that.
Skill G, yep.
Yeah, the G,
And what
and
am
then
I looking for?
G for gunnery. Basically it starts with 2 purples by default. So basically, I think you would just add your gunnery pool.
Oh, wait, no, that's under combat
hold
skills.
on,
Sorry, that's under combat skills.
I set you as the gunner. So now if you hit, what the fuck? Oh, this is so weird. Yeah, just let's. So under you see where are you able to click the skill the G for gunnery? And then
Yeah, it's not in general. It's under combat skills though, but that's fine.
Okay.
Yep, I've done that.
Okay, so basically just your difficulty I think is average.
Yep, 2 purple.
Yeah, I think we'll stick with average.
Yep.
And then yeah, you can just roll gunnery as normal with 2 purples.
Okie dokie. You know what? I just to flipping a destiny point for a boost.
Does this gun have a breach or not?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, it does.
Has how much breach? Oh Jesus, it has breach 6.
Are you serious?
I rolled, but it did not
It's an
go.
artillery cannon.
Yeah, I don't see the roll.
No,
You
I
haven't-
did do it right.
What the hell is going on here?
Let me try this again. Hold on. Let me untarget it. Retargeted. Combat skills. Gunnery. Go for the boost because I flipped a destiny point.
No, it doesn't give you a boost. It gives you an upgrade.
Oh, thank you for correcting me. Upgrade. Oh, no. Nope. didn't want to do that either.
Let me try. What is your? Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. Oh, I think I figured it out. Where you see yourself on the crew, hover
Yes.
over your picture, the daikon, then hit proton torpedo, and then
Okay.
roll that. That should work.
Okay, that works.
There we go. Oh, Jesus.
Succeed.
Okay, so
There's a breach quality of 6 with a blast of 6.
so you can't activate the blast. You don't activate like any of the qualities, but breach does apply. Breach completely slices through the armor of this fucking thing.
Mm-hmm.
And the damage, it is like you hit it like it's still moving, but it's like it's flaming. There's like a lot of metal like burnt and warped. This tank took one hell of a beating from that one shot.
And as I've shot at it and see it's in flames and I see a nice big hole for everyone to shoot, I'll turn and say, and this is the reason why I've been renamed from what I was originally called. There's your pot shot, shoot it.
This is fair.
So that was an excellent shot, excellent use of a proton cannon. Okay, next PC, who would like to go?
Hint, if the driver's seeable, shoot them. If not, damn it.
Somebody go.
Go.
I've already gone.
Okay, so well, let's see. So Potshot went, Trenimer went, Jackal went. So yeah, it'd be either Mel or Backlash.
I'll move up there so I have a line of sight to the tank, a clear line of sight, and then I'll blast it with the rocket launcher because I've got this rocket launcher. That's what it's for.
Yep.
I mean, right?
Yeah, and now I will say with the interesting thing with Backlash, because I forgot to specify this before, Backlash, that rocket launcher is issued to him, so you don't have to give that one back.
And that's difficulty is going to be 3 for that because of the range.
The range. Let me see. Hold on. You are. Well, which
I
zone
moved
are
up to
you in?
there.
This zone or this one? Because it looks like you're kind of on the border.
Well, can I get up to there? Is one move?
Were you already in this zone?
I was right over here.
Oh yeah,
by
I
this
see where
tree.
you're. Okay, yeah. So that is one maneuver to get into this zone. So you're
Okay,
now in this.
that works.
Okay, and then if you fire, that would be difficulty 2, and if you aim with the RPS 6, then that gives you an extra boost.
Oh, I forgot to target it. But that's
Two
a hit.
successes, 2 advantages, anyway.
Let's see. Okay, 2 successes, 2 advantages. You could activate the blast if you wanted to with those 2 advantages.
I will do that.
Okay, so let's see. So the launcher, now the base damage is actually again with the high explosive rockets or high explosive missiles. You breach
Cody,
2. What?
It says it needs 3 advantages to activate blast, not 2.
Then I will not activate.
Well, hold on.
blast.
I thought all qualities were 2, unless specified otherwise.
No.
I'm reading the blast quality. If the attack, if the attack misses, I missed that bit. My apologies. I quickly read over and saw blast can be activated
that's just if
with
it
3.
misses. That's if it misses.
That's where I misread. My bad. So you
okay.
know what? I'll shut up. I'll
Okay.
leave you to GM because I.
All right. So, but yeah. So 2, you could activate the blast. So the base damage is 18 plus 2 is 20. Your pierce or your breach 2 slices through 2 of the armor, and then the blast. Yeah, I'll just say that this thing's fried. Yeah, when you factor in the blast on top of the other damage, you this thing's toast. So ends another encounter.
Back blast area clear.
Okay, so All right, so yep. So you've taken out the tank, and now the question is for the, well, what do you do next?
I will gingerly jump off that proton cannon, walk past Jackal, and I just go bonk, jab him with the stim pack and go, "You're welcome." Bam.
Okay, so he would get 6 wounds back instead of 7. The reason being because he already used 1.
Mhm.
Okay, so he gets stemmed. Is there anything anybody else wants to do? Like, what's the approach for taking out the shield generator?
Well,
Um,
tank's out of the question now.
Big cannon.
I was about to say we blew up the tank, sadly, but we've got a couple of more guns that we can turn around and fire at it.
Yep, this is true. So I would say, in that case, anybody who would like to make a gunnery check, to try to blow up the shield generator, they may. So, and just
I'll-
to recap for everybody, so because I was sorting this out with Dax during combat. So I made a J1 proton cannon players actor that you guys should be able to add yourself, like drag your character name to the crew, and if not, I can do that for you.
Mhm.
So the question is, who's going to be manning the guns?
I'll be
I'll help
willing
do
to
it.
take another shot.
Okay, so Potshot's already there, so Jackal will be there. Does anybody want to man one of the other guns?
I will.
Okay. There are 4 guns total.
Hey.
I will go
Yep,
to
go ahead.
this one over here.
Okay. So,
I can attempt to.
okay. So
So Jackal,
Backlash.
Potshot, Backlash, and Mel.
Mel. Okay, I'm just adding all you to the gun. Okay. So let's see.
How do
So
I roll the attack with this?
so
Character sheet of the proton
Yeah.
cannon.
so what we'll do, yeah,
Thank-
just everybody just make a so like over in the crew, if you hover over your character icon, there's the dice symbol, kind of like rolling a weapon.
I see.
So you click that. It says choose the ship weapon to use, proton torpedo launcher, and then it pulls up the dice pool thing. And
Okay.
then I would say the difficulty is probably going to still be average.
Can I use my true aim with this?
Yes.
Any range?
What was the question, Marty?
I wasn't even aiming at that, but that's fine.
Okay, so that's. But Marty, you were asking something?
No, I said any ranged attack. I do believe.
Oh, okay. So
Or true aim.
right. So Jackal went, Potshot went, missing Mel and Backlash.
All right, so
Need to reload the table real fast.
Okay.
Damn shame I didn't get an actual critical because I could have said if it missed, I could have easily swung around and it just does a
Well,
big
speaking
loop-de-loo
of that,
and goes,
Jackal, you got a triumph, so let's talk about that.
Indeed, I did. Let's talk about it.
Well, actually,
Uh-oh.
hold on. Depending on what, I actually hold that thought for a second, because I want to see, depending on what
Mhm.
everybody else gets, if they get any triumphs. I got something special in mind for this. Okay, let's see.
like so,
Oh!
Oh my god.
like that. Is that what we were hoping to get? Is that what you were hoping for?
Yes, actually.
Let's see what
Despair.
Mel's is because who knows? It could be just a nice big explosion where it looks like a mini nuclear explosion and we go, oh shit, run.
Okay.
We could just all trigger crits with the triumph.
Okay. Well, yeah. So we're just waiting on Mel to see if, see what her result is. Emily, you there?
Yeah, I'm here. Just
Okay.
loading slowly.
Okay.
I had no issues for the majority of the session, but apparently now I'm gonna have issues. Okay, I'm on the crew.
Okay. So
Done.
hover over your picture, left of your name, and then there should be the dice roll option.
Cool.
And then yeah, the instructions are pretty straightforward from there.
Yeah, just pull the trigger and fire.
Yep. Exactly. So the difficulty remains the same. There are no upgrades or boosts or anything of that nature.
Cool. Okay, so there. Just okay, difficulty 2,
Yep.
and let's boogie.
Okay. What the?
Oh.
Okay. So yeah, I'll narrate how this goes. So Mel acts like as you're bringing up the proton cannon, but you accidentally fire it prematurely and completely miss. Then pot shot, you score the first hit on it. You hit one of the like one of the like little power extensions on the side. Like like one of these like circles. Jackal, he hits like the top of it, so the shield is starting to expire, and then fucking Backlash just fires an extraordinarily like 1 in a million shot that just punctures straight through the entire shield generator, hits the power supply, and the thing goes supernova, and then down goes the shield.
I don't know if this tinted visor's enough to protect me from that much.
Yeah, well, you feel the wind and like the heat of the explosion, but the shield like dissipates, and yeah, you have taken out the.
We all envision that.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
told you I wanted to shoot it a lot.
Looks like you only need it once.
I shot that thing a lot.
So, yeah. In the meantime, I need to check something real quick in my notes. So, who just? Oh, Emily. So your next course of action is to destroy the cannons, and you have no shortage of options of how to do that. So how do you wish to do that?
I mean, we have a lot of explosives left to use up.
Or we can save the explosives and just
We have to
lift
give
them
them
up
back
and,
if we take them back to command.
and drop them.
I'd rather put one explosive on every cannon and then shoot them all with rockets.
What the fuck?
Wait.
Or
Hold on. Do we have to
option
give
B,
back?
Option B, we tell them we expended the explosives, but we just store them on the ship for later.
Is this another one of those strategic relocatings of...
Strategically transfer equipment to alternate locations.
Yeah, I can get
I
behind
love
that.
it.
Oh. Okay, so
So we're meant to use all the explosives for this particular instance,
Well,
and then hand everything that we have
yeah,
left over,
anything
right?
that you don't use on this mission, you are to return to the armory.
How much do you think command
I like
trusts us? Are
Lunchbox's
they going to
idea.
search the ship?
Shrugs and puts
That's
hands up in the air and goes, oh.
That's possible.
Lunchbox, do your thing.
Oh, are you calling on him to
That's
do an
what-
airstrike on the guns or something?
Oh, no. I was asking him to hide the explosives and use the ship if necessary to blow up the cannons.
What the? Well, keep in mind, like I said, you've got options. You've got an RPG, you've got explosive charges, and you've got a fucking like earthbending Jedi who can
And a ship.
and a ship. Because now that the guns are
We're
destroyed,
not
they can't-
handing back the earthbending Jedi.
He's not issued. He
I
was
go
not
where the
he was
Force
not
leads
issued
me.
to us by the Republic.
Well, no, but we've been allocated to him, so we could easily be returned.
I mean, there is that.
Yes. So hide the explosives so we have something for later if we need to, and just do your thing, blow it up, and just make it look like blow up those cannons.
Well, sure, we can do that.
Okay, so what approach are you ultimately using so I know what you need to roll to destroy them?
I say we just shoot them with the laser cannons on the shuttle.
Okay.
They're just sitting ducks because they're uncrewed, right?
Yep. So you can totally fly in, and then whoever, be it either, because the thing is that the new class shuttle has 2 sets of guns, which I would say that one is I don't think they ever elaborate, but I think one is controlled by the pilot, one is controlled by the co-pilot. It makes sense to me. With 2 different sets of guns. So the new class shuttle, let's look at the. I'll drag the Typhoon onto the map so we can take a look at it. Has light laser cannons and heavy laser cannons. So which you use is ultimately up to you.
Well, I mean, no sense in using just the light cannons only. We use the heavy cannons.
Okay, so you use the heavy cannon. Okay, so and I need to add you as a as the what do I call it, gunner. So I will add you. Do you have access to the Typhoon sheet?
I seem to.
Okay, because I have configure ownership. Yep, all players are set to owner. So lunchbox is. I will set you to gunner. Can I also set you to pilot? I can only set one. So you have to manually choose. But for now, I'll set you to gunner. And then you select the laser cannons, and then I guess just do a flyby, attack run.
All right, let's see if this works.
And I say the difficulty is still just average.
I don't know if all right. I was able to fire the proton launcher.
So
Why
are you trying
isn't
to
this
roll it
working?
from the crew?
Yeah.
Okay, let me see. So if I click crew, yeah.
Maybe I'm doing it wrong.
So, yeah, you would click the, under crew, lunchbox. You click lunchbox's picture, and then I guess heavy laser cannon.
Oh, there we go.
Yep.
There we go. There we go.
Okay.
Wrong button. Got it. Got it. Got it.
Okay. Oh, nice. Just so you're not making a series of rolls, if you want, we can say maybe the linked is you just go around blasting all the cannons.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Just to
That'll work.
simplify the process, because the intent was just to see if you could destroy them. So you everybody gets clear. You take out all the inactive cannons. So all the cannons are down. The shield generator is toast. Do you land to pick everybody up?
I am in fact going to use one of my talents.
Oh.
And that talent is Assault Drop. Once per session, I can perform an Assault Drop incidental to allow allies to embark or disembark from a vehicle as an incidental.
Nice. Very nice. So after you destroy the cannons, you get a message over comms from your mission coordinator. Besh-One-Cherek, this is Captain Cavanaugh. Clone Intelligence has a lead that a member of the Separatist Council, Pascal Argente, is in a palace in Murkhana City and hasn't yet left the planet. Your new orders are to infiltrate Murkhana City and capture Argente. Once you find him, bring him back to your shuttle and return to the Paladin. Out.
Capture.
So yeah, Miss
You
July
disappointed
contacts
that you-
you and gives you your new orders. So
Oh, Jackal, are you disappointed that you don't get to kill something now?
Well, I can't exactly set this thing to stun.
Well, if there's other things that you can kill, just make sure you don't cheat the separatist leader that we have to capture. Everything else you can just boop dead.
So we have to go kidnap this
I'll
guy.
make sure if I have to shoot him, I go for the legs.
He won't have any left, but
So,
Precisely. He
um,
won't escape.
so the question is, do you are you going to, with that information, are you going to just fly straight to the palace, or are you going to proceed on foot?
Far away is
Well,
it?
Depends how far. Yeah.
The
Yeah.
well, I mean, well, let me rephrase. I don't mean like, I mean like landing just outside the palace, or like landing right next to it, kind of deal. Like,
I think. Do we want to go in hot?
yeah, that's
I mean-
that's really the
I mean-
question here.
Landing right next to it is kind of obvious. Do we want to
Risky.
be obvious, or do we want to be subtle?
I'm kind of injured. I'd rather
like-
not.
Correction. I did say I jumped off the cannon and I went ahead and stimmed you and said, "There you go, you're healed."
Wonderful.
Backlash was injured as well.
How much?
FYI.
Well,
6.
it's
We got
extra-
0.
Yeah, so I'm at 0 now. Cool.
Yep.
How much did Backlash take?
He took 6 as
Okay.
well.
So,
Okay. Is there any more stims on that ship of yours? Because I'm running low and I'm not really a free medical supply ship.
well, keep in mind, you can use, when you're not in combat, you can, instead of using a stim pack, you can do a medical aid or a medicine check on somebody.
Oh, lovely.
So
So
you
I
don't
will
have to
do a
always
medical.
use stim packs, but the catch is that you have to do a medicine roll, and success is equal to the number of wounds you treat. But remember, you have equipment that can give you extra stuff.
I know.
You have, let me, because
Okay.
I'm just mainly reminding myself,
I've got the medical backpack.
which I believe gives you a
that gives me-
boost.
Yes, it does. And if there's any critical injuries, I go ahead and reduce that down to to easy difficulty. But there's no injuries or critical injuries, so that's not applicable.
Yeah, you have Surgeon, which is when making a medicine check to help a character heal wounds, they heal an additional wound per rank of Surgeon, so that's good.
That's true.
Okay, so
Okay. I'll do my roll for medicine to. How many people are injured, and I'll see if I can succeed on one. Otherwise, I'll have to do multiples. Let's see.
I see
that-
Trenimer and Backlash are damaged.
Yes.
No one else?
No. Jackal,
Okay.
Arthur, and Mel are fine.
Okay.
I have 3 wounds. So for
Action.
me, it is, I think a 1.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a good point, because the difficulty is determined by the number of wounds somebody has.
Compared to their total.
All right. Are we ending for tonight?
I was ideally planning for us to attack the palace, but we could break here if everybody wants to.
I have to break here.
Okay, so, well, in that case, yeah, so everybody will get, we'll say,
Let me do the medicine roll to heal
Okay.
everyone.
Yeah, do your medicine right quick. You get 15 XP, everybody.
Wonderful.
Nice.
All right.
2 successes and an advantage.
And I'll add that to Arthur's thing. Hell's biography. Oh, there it is. XP. So,
Okay.
so 20.
So if we go by the standard stim pack of 5, each additional one does 7. Takes it up to 7. Advantage is
Advantages, I
next
think.
combat they just get a boost.
Well, or you could do it where they heal strain as well.
Oh,
So
yep,
the question
I'll
is,
do
who
that.
were you healing with a medicine check?
So I would say that Backlash is the one that got the
Yeah.
highest damage, so they will get the first one, and then if I do another one to see
Okay,
if
so
I can
Backlash
do
gets 4. He gets 4 wounds back.
Okay. Another medicine check with a boost because of the backpack. Yep. And final one.
Okay.
One success with 5 advantages.
And you were healing Trenimer?
Yes.
Okay, so Trenimer, you get 3. And recover 5 strain as well.
3 wounds.
3 wounds and 5 strain.
Okay.
Okay, so you got that. Any other comments? or anything anybody needs to resolve? Oh, we need to do Marty. We need to do your conflict roll, so you know how to do that. So
Yep.
if you could just go ahead and do that.
So I have for conflict.
Yep.
I need to do a slash roll 110.
Yep.
My morality goes up by 5.
Oh, nice. Very nice. So other than that, hopefully this was a fun first session.
Oh, this is great.
What?
Oh, definitely.
Glad to hear it.
I got to throw shit.
Yeah. Yeah, that was
My new favorite Jedi is this one.
The
Oh.
earthbending Jedi.
They didn't have to pull out a lightsaber.
Yep. Why swing a sword? I can throw rocks at people.
Yeah, and do more damage. Thank
Yeah.
you.
Oh man, that was funny.
I threw a rock at him.
So anyway,
It
I
was a
started
big
chucking
rock.
rocks at him. But yeah, that was I had a lot of fun with it. So next session, definitely would definitely have a session for the 24th of September if everybody can do that. And though we might be able to, definitely 24th. Leverage will be concluding at some point during, September. And then once that's out of the way, then we could potentially do this game twice a month if everybody wants to do that.
I'm sorry, I actually missed. I can't remember. How many XP did you say we got?
15.
15. Thank you.
So for now, this is just planning to be every fourth Sunday.
Correct.
Later on, once Leverage is done, we will change that and also add it on like second Sundays.
Yeah, that's the plan.
Okay.
So every
I
second
do
and fourth.
apologize.
What?
I was gonna say I do apologize for having to be the cutoff. School started up for me again, so Sunday nights at a certain point I have to
Okay, so maybe we cut it 11 instead of 8, or instead of 12.
Yeah, you're an EST, right?
Correct. We started.
That
at
is
8.
perfect for me.
Okay, so
'cause
everybody's
I'm in
fine with that.
CST. 10 is about my cutoff.
Or now, alternatively, if we're interested in having 4-hour sessions, we could potentially start an hour earlier, so that way Jackal doesn't have to cut out early, and we could still play 4 hours. Does everybody want to do that?
Yeah,
I'm fine with that.
Okay, so
yeah, I should be able to do that.
Okay, so then instead of starting
most
at
of the time.
Okay, so 8 EST, then we'll do 7 EST.
6 my time.
Yep. So
let me adjust my.
So I'll be sure to update
calendar.
the thing. So
yes, please.
Well, other than that, that was a hell of a session. Very funny, and
cool.
You guys got a lot
Oh
accomplished.
yeah, this has been a great start.
Yep. Yeah, very great start.